Oh, there we go. Huh. Not sure why it did that. Pierced. Yep. Okay. That's the one. So yeah, we got our mic working now. I don't know why it did that. That was weird. But we are up and running finally. I decided to throw on the old motorcycle helmet for a little bit there. It was kind of fun. Before anyone showed up. Nah. It's tight. But I can see through it. Oh, that's echoey. It's so echoey. Ah! Not bad, though. I'm waiting for spring to come around. Kinda. I still got the snowmobile, so I do that too. I've got tons of fun stuff to do. I will always be plenty busy. There we go. I should have fixed the title before it started, but I think it was just delayed. So it should say Xfinity Series, and what else should it say on there? Oh, the thumbnail should be corrected as well. I'm going to turn this down. Turn the volume down on this phone so it doesn't go off and make a bunch of noise. While we're at it, we're going to get the share button ready, copy the link. We're going to share it on YouTube and Twitter, make sure we've got everybody ready to go. But we are in a little bit early, so yes, we are back. I don't want to see shorts. I want to make a post, a fun post. Paste with that image. Post. All right, now we go over to Twitter. We'll get that done. If a Junior Motorsports doesn't win today, I'll be disappointed. Zilich is the only one I'm like, I mean, Allgaier would be cool. Zilich would be fine. Really, I don't have any like major no-goes. I definitely am not rooting for Brandon Jones. Just, guy gets too many opportunities, being mid everywhere, and still gets more opportunities than everybody else. What else? I guess Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed. Yeah, really, I have a lot of affinity. Like, I like the Xfinity crew so far that I'm seeing out here. You know, even Austin Hill going 4 in a row would be kind of neat. Let's see here. So, what else are they doing? Oh, yes, I got distracted. Twitter. I was going to post on X, Twitter, whatever, that we were live. So, let's go ahead and do that. For the Xfinity Series race. Guys, there's a good chance in 24 hours we will know the winner of the Daytona 500. Doesn't that sound crazy? We will know the winner in about 24 hours, or very close to 24 hours. We will know the winner of the Daytona 500. That's crazy. ARCA was bad? ARCA was way more than bad. Oh, you gotta meet Darius Slay at the parade. I can be happy for you and jealous of you at the same time, Mr. Tim, because my Minnesota Vikings have never won the Super Bowl. They are the literal, I kid you not, look it up, they are the most successful professional sports franchise to not win a championship. The most, by winning percentage or whatever other metrics they use. So, yeah, not ideal. What do you mean, winner? Aren't they racing tomorrow? They will. That's why I said in 24 hours, about 4 p.m. on Sunday, we should probably know the winner because they're going to start about 1 o'clock. About 12:30, I think, is a green flag. So that'd be a 3.5, 4-hour race. So it'd be close. They're either going to be about wrapping up or finished by this point tomorrow. Picking Creed or Love. Came to the school on Thursday. Ooh, that's even cooler. Oh, yeah, we're not going to pretend, we're going to pretend the rain's not there. No rain. Nope, we're not allowed to talk about rain. Nope, not here. Let's see. Yes, I did see somebody saying about the elites. How many elites are up here? We have this one. And this one. There's only 2 elites up here. Everything else is... oh, wait, sorry. This one's an elite, too. 3. There's about 3 or 4 of them. But they're all Daytona wins, so that was kind of the idea, is bring all the Daytonas out. as is going to be the case throughout all of the year when I decorate my desk for each individual race, anything in the front row is up, like available for sale, somewhere, and then back row is not, and then obviously I have the Chase Elliott 2016 up here that is also not. So it's kind of half and half, Cindric does look fast. Ooh. Look at the starting grid from CW. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of CW so far. So a very neat starting grid. They've got the car, like the paint scheme in the graphic. I really like that. Because it was really dumb to use the driver's face because nobody knew who the driver's was. They can't see the face. But this is really good. Because this allows you to see what the car you're looking for. When you want to figure out who you're rooting for, it's like, well, what's the car look like? Well, now you can see it. That's, bravo to the CW. Let's see. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to tell me. I won't be able to know how good the broadcast is. You guys are gonna have to tell me how the booth is doing, but it can't be worse than Fox, so I'm not that worried. It can only get so much worse. Yes. Tyler Reddick BurgerFi right there. Coolest part about this car is you can't see it, but the right side is where all the fun stuff happened. It was a really close finish, but there's that right side right there. So yeah, that one's a pretty cool one. Honestly, Ryan Reed's 2017 is pretty damaged up as well. Don't go too far. Right about there. So the Ryan Reed one's pretty good as well. Got my Mountain Dew sitting here already, ready to roll. NBC will host the playoffs. Not for Xfinity. Sorry, yeah, not for Xfinity. CW all year for Xfinity racing. Every single race will be on the CW. Hopefully they set the bar high, because if they set it high enough, we might get a chance for Cup to, maybe learn a thing or two. All right, they're coming down pit road now to do the speed check, so we still have a little ways to go. Who's hosting that? CW will host all of those. Cup racing will be hosted by NBC by the end of the year. So NBC, it'll go Fox, Prime, TNT, NBC. Yeah, I think it's TNT. So there will be just a little bit of a mid-section of the year starting at the Coke 600. Nice big yawn. For some reason, the NASCAR app, which is what I use to make... my little scoring ticker over here on the right. That scoring ticker has a gap between 3 and 4, and I cannot figure out how to fix it. I don't know what to do, but, we still get the top, 19, 17? So we still get a chunk of the guys, but just we can't get all of them. The good news is if you don't have Prime, you can get Prime for just a month or two. So the nice thing about it is if you did want to have Prime, you only need it for about 2 months, and then you can turn it back off. So I do kind of like that, how it's not like it's on Prime, then this, and it's not bouncing all over. It's just like, if you're going to watch Cup racing for that 2 months, go get Prime. You get 2 months, turn it back off, and you're good to go. You only need to get a 2-month subscription. So I don't mind it, because again, you still get to determine whether you want the full package or not. Trunk was hanging open a little bit. I had to get that closed. All right, we are coming down the backstretch for the final time. Justin Allgaier with the Brandt car with a gold number. There's actually some peaches on there as well. Kind of a new look for that 7 car this year. I have every single Philly jersey ever produced for Slay. Sign it. Oh, wow, that's really cool. The Kelly Green one is a pretty good one. I really think those are pretty good looking jerseys. Jesse Love's Talladega win looks really good. I have that. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I have it somewhere in a pile of stuff to get reviewed. Yeah, I forgot to post a video again today. I guess we're streaming, so that'll count. I have a lot of videos on backlog. I have to look. I probably have 15 to 20 videos waiting to go. Coming to the green flag. Allgaier on the top. Taylor Gray on the bottom. We are green for Daytona, and it is time for Xfinity Series racing once again. Welcome back, Xfinity Series. Austin Hill on the top behind Justin Allgaier with, not Custer, who's in the 00. Sheldon Creed's in the 00 behind him. Nobody helping Taylor Gray. They're all just going to abandon him on the bottom. So he'll just go ahead and float on back. Well, Junebug, I think you're mistaken, potentially, because I don't remember Chase running a 2016 Mountain Dew car at Bristol. I think what you're thinking of is 2018, which is the Baja Blast car. That did run at Bristol, but my personal favorite Mountain Dew car was the 2018 car he ran at Kansas, or that type of scheme, just the green with the 2 stripes. One of my all-time favorites. The only other one that I would say competes with that, here we go. It's this one right here. Is this one right here? It's the white Casey Kane one, just because it was a Casey Kane car. But Mountain Dew had a lot of good cars. I mean, his 2005 car looked good for Kane and some other ones like that. Wow, that ticker is awesome. So the scoring ticker on the very bottom of the screen is pretty darn good. A little hard to read at a couple spots. They can fix that, though. Just a couple small spots are tough to read. Does that Sam Mayer? Okay, that's Mayer. He's up in the 41. So coming around for lap 3, Justin Allgaier leads, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Taylor Gray, Christian Eckes in 5th. Then we got Swalwich, Mayer, Jones, Quapple, and Jesse Love rounding out our top 10. Other notable guys, we've got Nick Sanchez now in the 48, Connor Zilic in the 88, full-time. We also have somebody new in the 19. I don't know his name, though. Justin Bonsinger? Never heard of him. I'm sure he plays some ARCA or something, but never really heard of him. Josh Williams in the 11, Dean Thompson in the 26, Blaine Perkins in the 31. All right, looking up top, boy, that inside line's starting to get moving. Taylor Gray pulling him to the front, so he's going to have a shot to lead this lap. Oh, he's a good modified guy. Okay, well, then I'm a little more intrigued then, because I would much rather have a guy that's proven in one series come through. I'm not a huge fan of the guys, well, if you saw the ARCA race earlier the day, you know why, but those guys that kind of just get handed a ride suddenly and don't know how to hold the wheel, so I will have higher hopes knowing where he came from now. Austin Hill going to give a nice shove to Justin Allgaier down the backstretch. Very nice push. Get them both clear out in front. Looks weird. That 16 car has always been A.J. Allmendinger, so it's weird not having that be him. Not the Baja Blast one. The one with 3 stripes. Talking regular Mountain Dew skiing 2016. Are you thinking the Baja Blast one again? 3 stripes, because Casey Kane ran a pitch black one, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. ran one as well. It was the Decision, but it ran at Richmond. Well, did it run at Richmond? You know what, you might be right. I thought they all ran at Richmond, but maybe they didn't. Maybe they ran in different places. That's actually a good point. I might be off on that. Then I remember the 5 ran at Richmond, but the 24 may not have. Let me see if I can find a picture for you. '16 LA Mountain Dew car. So I think you're thinking it's still a Baja Blast car. See if I can get you an image here for you. Image. Yeah, this was Richmond. Here we go. Is it that one? I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Reach forward. Oh, that's really hard to see. Might be that one. Mountain Dew 2016. Regular green. Silver number on it. Was that Bristol, though? Because I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's actually the car I don't have yet. I've been looking for it for a long time. Maybe he ran it. Did he run it maybe more than once? The playoffs weren't. Bristol wasn't a playoff race, was it? See, now you got me all confused. Oh, we got a caution? We do. We got a caution. Quapple. Oh my gosh! Holy smokes! What the heck just happened? I'm looking at my phone trying to figure something out. We got cars going everywhere. We got Jones. We got Quapple involved. This all started kind of close to the front. 44 is all damaged up. Holy smokes. Gonna need a replay for that one. Only 7 laps in and we're already crashing. Oh no. Oh, Connor Zilich is in it. What the heck happened? Yeah, green and black. So the green and black, Dover, that makes more sense. It was a concrete track. It was Dover because it has the yellow playoff banner on it, and Bristol wasn't a playoff race until 2020. And so that's why I was trying to figure out, because it wouldn't have been Bristol, but it did have a playoff marking on it. So Dover makes the most sense. It was that yellow one. And yes, I love that car. It's the only Mountain Dew car I don't have of Chase Elliott's. It's like my one grail remaining of all the cars I've got. That's the one I'm still looking for. So yes, that's the one. I had the Auto Elite at one time. See, I actually didn't like the Autographed Elite because it didn't have the yellow banner. So the autographed one was okay, but it had a yellow spoiler without the yellow banner, and I didn't like it. I wanted the one with the yellow banner, and there's only so many of them. So, oh man, Daniel Dye's out too. Holy smokes. I need to get a replay here. But yeah, I do want to find that one. All right, here we go. So off into the corner. Let's see what happens here. Jesse Love really kind of pushing hard on Jones in the middle of the corner. Corner exit. A little bit of a badly timed push. Oh yeah, just hooks him right. Nothing really that Jones did wrong. Jesse Love just pushing too hard. It's lap 7, dude. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know that Jones really could have done that much different. He just got basically pushed sideways, and I mean, Jesse Love wasn't lined up, and I mean, you gotta breathe the throttle, man. It's lap 7. Don't worry. There's more race left. You'll be all right. So a lot of cars scatter as they head down the backstretch. There is some damage, though, but Zilich looks like he'll be all right. The 1 looks like he might be all right. The 20 is done. The 10 is done. We'll see about the 1, because he got a hit right to the left rear, so we'll see about that one. Another race, another Brandon Jones caution. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on Brandon Jones, though. That's a bad push by Jesse Love. Super Speedway Merchant, as Connor Zilich called him. But yeah, I mean, he just... You can't be pushing 3 deep like that. Like, at some point, you got to lay off of it. Gotta love winning this. Gotta love winning this car with that same move. Winning this car. What the heck? I'm trying to see what happened back in the field that spun that other one around. A nice group in here. We got 16 of you guys all in here, but only 2 likes. That means 1 in 8 of you has done the wonderful job of throwing a thumbs up on. But 7 out of every 8. 7 eighths. That's not good. We have to do better. We have to. I'll chug this until... No, I won't do that. Want to find Mayfield's 2002 Mountain Dew car. Best looking Mountain Dew car ever. Ran... let me look it up, because there are some good ones. I think I know that 2002 one, and I do agree it's a good one. I don't know if it's my favorite. Mountain Dew. Yeah, that's the one with a lot of green and red. That was an okay car. I can't get to my cane ones. I got some good cane ones. Who's my 500 pick? Who do I think is going to win the Daytona 500 tomorrow? I really don't have a good feel for it. I'm really tempted to say a Toyota, though. The Toyotas have looked very good and strong in the draft, so I'm tempted to go with like a Christopher Bell or Eric Jones. I mean, those are the guys that I probably am. I'm picking a Toyota. They have looked good in the draft on top of winning the poll. So that new Toyota seems to be doing pretty good. Chase Elliott will win the Daytona 500. I'm not going to complain if he does. Only one complaint will be my wallet because I'll be getting every single finish and every single edition. No, I won't. I won't get that many, but I'll have some. Noah should be in the mix, I think. He's got to get a little bit more aggressive. He let an opportunity go the other night when he could have moved up and led the lane that I think would have won him the duel, but it was early. Don't show your cards all at once. But yeah, I thought Noah looked good. I thought Chase looked pretty decent, but he, again, same thing, didn't make any big moves down the stretch that were needed to win. Is that because he didn't want to wreck anybody? That's fine. If it's a dual race, I don't want to see anything too crazy, but got to get better somehow. I'm going to have to say that my favorite Mountain Dew car is probably going to be 2000 and... What year would that have been? 2005? Casey Kane's. That's a really, really good looking car. That 2016 Chase Taxslayer car made me remember the Dale Jr. one that ran just like it. Yes, the very glittery 88 was always really cool. The best thing about this one, in my opinion, is the damage to the right corner panel. I'll turn it around here so you guys can see it. But that right corner panel there, that damage looks really good considering the contact that was made with Logano coming to the line. And so it looks, I mean, even right up close, it looks like it's dented in, even though it's perfectly flat. So they just did a good job. Gilliland's a sleeper. He's a bit of a sleeper, but I'm keeping my eye on him. I'm surprised the Spire cars have not been good. McDowell, Haley, and Hocevar have not looked great thus far. Yeah, the Chase win there, I remember getting this one because I wanted the Elite. I had the ARC originally, and I remember thinking this is too plastic. I didn't like it, so I wanted to get the big heavy Elite. But I unfortunately will have my first Chase Elliott, plastic Xfinity car coming because he won at Charlotte last year. So that'll be the first of the plastic chassised Xfinity cars for my Chase Elliott group. Spire is overrated. We'll see. I mean, we won't know for honestly about 5 weeks. Once we get through, Daytona, Atlanta, COTA, then we'll start getting to some other tracks where we'll have a little better of an idea. Trucks, they're good. Cup is no bueno. They weren't even competitive in trucks last night, so I'm not that keen on how much they'll actually do this year. What year was the one where Kane had the green rims, but were different from the actual green on the car? 2004. That was 2004. I want to say the diecast had black rims. Maybe it did have green. 2004 is the year that was, though. I do remember that. That was a fun year, though. His Mountain Dew car that year ran at Michigan, and he was hauling coming to the end of that race. And, I mean, he was booking it, and the caution came out as they came out of turn 4, but he was moving. And I really wish he would have had a little more time to go after that one because it was impressive how fast he was running people down. Michigan was actually a good race back at that time. Kyle Busch wins at least 2 races? Gosh, I hope so. I want a competitive Kyle Busch. I know a lot of people. I really like Kyle. I think he is way more fair than a lot of other drivers as far as how, if he's going to race you with some contact, it's not out of nowhere. He races you pretty clean. He's one of those guys that if I was racing for the win, I'd be like, oh, he'd be intimidating, but I would almost know he's not just going to throw me out of the way. Joey Logano is the one I would be like, if he's in my rearview mirror, I would almost debate letting him get alongside me so I can door him up out of the way and get away. It's that level of I have no trust in him racing me clean. Kyle Busch, I trust would race me clean all the way to the finish. So, yeah. Yes, Junebug. The 2004 car with the white stripe. Do I have a spare of that? I might have an extra. I might have an extra. I'll have to look later today. I have 2 of them. I can't remember if I used one to repair another. I got a whole bunch of Kane Elites for cheap that I've used to do that. But, yeah. Logano has calmed down a good hit, though. Not really. I mean, if he races somebody for the win, I mean, it's just Logano. It's what it's what he does. Um, but I'm not saying he's going to dump you. Like Logano won't just dump you, but he will absolutely run through the back of you and not give you a fair shot to make the corner or run side by side to the finish. Like realistically, if you're running for your first career win and you're on the outside of Joey Logano going down the backstretch, you should probably just let off and try to cross over and squeeze him up or whatever from there. Like, you are not getting out of turn 4 without being in the wall. That's what I'm saying. He will not drag race you to the line because he's never done it. I mean, he's never done a true drag race. There's always been contact. So Kyle Busch has drag raced his brother to the line and a couple other guys. He raced real well with Chase Briscoe at Darlington a couple years ago. And it's just, I'm not a huge Joey fan for some of those reasons. But, I mean, you can't deny the talent. Talent's there. I'm not a huge fan of the idea that, someone's not roughed you up, or like Martin Truex a couple years ago, raced him real clean at Martinsville, took 20 laps to pass him the right way, and Joey just plows into the back of him the first lap. He wasn't the leader. And, I mean, I get it. It's coming to the checkered flag, but, if someone just raced you for 20 laps coming down to the finish to pass you, they have earned the respect to not just get run through the back of, is my opinion of it. Yeah, I don't think I don't think he'll spin people, but again, like I said, you're at Martinsville, he's not giving you a fair shot at the outside of that corner. You may as well back off and go behind and push him, because if you're on the outside and he's on the inside, you will not get a fair shot at that corner. Oh, I definitely I have that car. I might have two of them is the thing. I just don't remember if it's got a front axle in it or not, because I may have had to use the front to fix something. But I definitely have one. I might have two. The one I still need to get is the 2005 version of that car where the colors are reversed, and it's the white car with red stripes and the black number. That's one of the only Kane cars I have yet to get. Partially just waiting. I'm kind of more on the opinion like I'll find it at a race somewhere sometime. They're not hard to find. They're about $30-40 on eBay, but I kind of want to find it at a racetrack, make it a little fun. Because again, they're everywhere, so it's like I'm not worried that I can't ever find it. That's just more like, that's one of them I might find in the wild, so it might be more fun doing it that way. Here's one I probably don't have, the 2004 Spy versus Spy car. I don't. I had it at one time, but I let it go because I can only have so many cars, and so I let the Spy versus Spy go. It was also the Mad Magazine one I had, and yeah, I let that one go too. What was the other one from 2004 I let go? It was the Popeyes car. I had a Popeye car as well from 2004 in Elite that I let go because again, too many cars. He only ran it once. Not really a memorable car. Like his Mopar cars were pretty memorable. So I let the ones that aren't super memorable to me go. Yep, the only Kane car that he won at Daytona was this yellow number 5. So that's the only time he won at Daytona in an Xfinity car. He had the one dual win, which I've already put back away because, hey, it's Xfinity Day. And then Cup Day tomorrow, I'm going to have a whole different set of stuff out here because all my 500 wins are in the rotating case. All right, so lap 15, let's get back to the racing at hand. We haven't really hardly talked about that. I'll get to that in just a second. But Austin Hill is taking the lead up top, along with Sheldon Creed behind him. Justin Allgaier on the bottom in third, with Taylor Gray in fourth on the high side as well. To front crew, 2 cars are broken away, and it's side by side the rest of the way back. Junebug asks, what about Casey Kane's 2005 Daytona 500 car that was brown and black? So it wasn't brown and black, it was maroon or burnt orange, I guess is what you'd call it. So it was a burnt orange and black. And yes, I have the clean version in Elite. I also have a spare version, I believe. I think I have 2 of them. And then I have a third version, which is a raced version custom I found on eBay a while back. So the whole right side of the door is peeled off. The rims were painted orange. The number on the roof was orange instead of white. So yeah, I actually have 3 different variations of that car. It is one of my favorites all time because that burnt orange is a beautiful color. So yes, I do have that one. Let's see here. Evernham made some beautiful schemes for the model-specific cars. Mayfield had that yellow one and an orange one. Yes, the Mayfield yellow and the Casey Kane orange ones were 2 of my favorites. I really liked the Mayfield yellow. I might still get it. I really liked that color scheme of the Charger. yellow and black. And so I have the orange one, so that yellow one is one I still may look to get at some point. I like the way it looks. Chase Briscoe winning, I wish I could say yes, but the pole sitter just has such terrible luck in the 500 because it's such a crapshoot now. I just don't trust it. I think he's got a really fast car. The problem is I just don't know if he'll survive or not. All right, under commercial, looks like now we have gotten about 5 to 6 cars clear. So Allgaier is still on the bottom, but he's fallen all the way to 9th. That means Anthony Alfredo on forward have all cleared that battle. So Anthony Alfredo all the way to the front. So those front 8 cars are clear on the top, single file. And then it's double file back from the Justin Allgaier and Jesse Love battle. Not really sure why all these Xfinity guys always like to get in a big trainer on the top. I don't fully understand that. I need to make it out to Daytona next year, man. I've been there for a whole week. Go to every single race. Yeah, that's a pretty fun way to do it. That is especially with qualifying being Wednesday, it's not as hard to do, but it's still really expensive. Every ticket, every hotel, Daytona's expensive. Now, it was really fun. I liked it, but at the same time, as a bang for buck, I think you get a way better bang for buck at Bristol, just because the Daytona's cost is so high. And Bristol, honestly, even Phoenix, I really liked Phoenix. I thought that was a really fun stay down there. So, as much as the racing was kind of meh, Phoenix is a really cool track, really cool city. Kane's Ram Wagon car was weird, the black one with vertical stripes. Yeah, I completely pretend that one never existed. I just was like, no, we're going to pretend that doesn't exist. It was, eh. There was also a Dodge Nitro car that never got made, which was beautiful. It was like orange and yellow lightning all over it. The Nitro car was really cool. They just never made it, unfortunately, but I really like that one. Yeah, that is still Austin Hill up front. The Casey Kane 06 car with the flames. What the heck? Is that the hood? Yes, the hood of the 44 just blew off. It's currently blocking his windshield. So that's unfortunate. But, I was going to say that the Casey Kane 06 one, I did have that in Elite at one time. I think I may have reviewed it. But again, same thing. Once I downsized and kind of moved some cars, that one ended up on the chopping block. Oh, we do have a caution. So the hood coming off does cause a caution. So the 44 with a literal hovering hood because of the wind. That's a goofy look. The hood is literally just floating on top of the car. That's pretty funny. So the 44 is going to go back to the pits and try to figure out what to do with that mess. Because that thing's a disaster now. Oh, yes, he did. He ran one at Vegas in 06. They made only the ARC of that car. It was literally the standard paint scheme, but it had Dodge and then the race logo, the Daimler Chrysler 400 logo on it. And then, yes, down the side, it had flames on both left and right. But yes, I don't know if I've ever owned that for very long. I got a big, 35 car collection off of somebody, and that was in it, but I didn't end up keeping it. Truex's car looks so much better than Briscoe. I like Briscoe's 19 car, but I really like Truex's 56 car. Honestly, there's a couple cars I have this year that I'm going to mark as some of my absolute favorite cars that have come out. One of them is going to be the Trackhouse cars from the Clash. Those were some really cool cars. The 88 and the 1 looked really sharp. There was also, I got some liquid colors coming, so I can't wait to show those off when they show up. Also, very, let's see. So, yeah, I'll get to that chat in a sec, but there was, I got an announcement to make about the website here in just a minute, so I'm very excited, or looking forward to it. It's not an official announcement, but I'm very excited for the potential future of what I might be able to do. But anyway, let's go back here to the chats here. Might get killed for this, but Chase's Hooters car before 2020 were mid at best. His 2017 car was definitely mid. 2018 was pretty mid. 2019 was okay. The 2019 one wasn't as bad. The 2021, which was the what do you call that? The black one, Hooters Night Owl, that's what it was. So the Hooters Night Owl car was probably one of my favorites. The Night Owl car was good. After the Night Owl came the 2022 version, which was back to kind of a white base. Again, it was okay. 2022, they went back to the black. Or sorry, 2023, they went back to a black with a little bit more blue in it. That one was decent. I didn't mind that one. And then 2023, or 2024, what was 2023? No, 2023 was black. 2024 was this one. This is the Texas win, but this black and orange one. I thought this black and orange one was a good mix for Hooters. You still got the orange, you still got the black, and now Hooters is gone. But my favorite is probably the Night Owl. I got to see that race at Bristol and the Indy Road Course, and it really did look as good as you may have thought. Like, if you look at it, it was a good-looking car. Trackhouse just knows how to do paint schemes? Oh, 100%. This is clickbait. Kind of clickbait. It's not an official announcement, but there's a good chance that my website will be going... And I say, the website will still stand. It's just getting a revamp. And the cool part is, with the revamp, I'm going to get to offer a lot more cars. I'm not going to have to offer just race wins because that's all I can handle. I can't even handle that right now, as evidenced by what's around me. But holy smokes. Timeout. Matt DiBenedetto squatted 425 pounds? That is impressive. Well done, Matty D. 425 pounds. That is an impressive number. How is a fitness company not signed on with him yet? My goodness. Also, just for record, people who might think Matty D's overrated, I went back and watched some 2020 races. That 21 car could have won 4 races that year. And if you remember, after he got out of that 21 car, it went to garbage. It was a bad car after that. So Matty D is a severely underrated driver in that 21 when he was in that 21 car. Anyway, pass off that. Yeah, so I'm excited because I might get to offer a lot more cars. And I won't have to stock them and store them. Like, I may have some opportunity there. So I'm excited because it'll be really cool to be able to offer a lot more cars and reviews and things like that without having to have them all on hand because I drown in them. There's too many cars. I need to have less. I'm in an apartment. There's only so much room. And so I'm excited because that could really allow me to open up my YouTube stuff and have a lot more videos, a lot more live streams, and because I'm not having to just constantly be plugging away out trying to make sure all my inventory counts are right and all my pages are run right. Like, just eases up that opportunity. Anyway, let's go back down here. Trackhouse knows how to do paint scheme. 100% agree there. I have Kimi Räikkönen's car back there. It's covered up. It's behind here. But anyway, I have that back there. One of my all-time favorites. I also have the Busch Light Trackhouse car from last summer. I can reach that one. Let me get that one. All right. There we go. So this is the Busch Light Farmers one. I have yet to do the review on it. It has a gold number outline, but I don't know. It's just cornfields, and I'm from Iowa, so naturally I guess decided that this was awesome. I love the look of it. The thing just looks good. So that's a really cool car. Like, I like that one. I've got Chastain's first win. I've got Suarez's first win. Both of those look good. Like I said, the SVG 88 car from the Clash and the number 1 car, I got both of those coming. I thought those both looked really cool. So yeah. Let's see here. Got a lot of good elites. Well, I appreciate that. I'm hopefully going to have less good elites at some point. But yeah, this is my kind of pride wall. I've got, some of those are still available for sale on like the eBay page and the website. But I'm kind of hoping to eventually have a wall even taller. Maybe instead of the numbers, I go 2 tall and just do 6 cases across the back wall. And then I'm going to do each column is a year. So it'll be like 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and so on and so forth. Like all the way across. So that's kind of a thing I want to do, is to be able to have them year by year. So if you look at it right now, it literally goes 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, with 15 and 14 kind of combining because I didn't have that many of them in 14 and 13. So I have a couple 2013s, a couple 2014s, and then 2015 and 16 are kind of combined a little bit as well because I have a few extra 2016s. So it's fun though. But yeah, I don't know what I'll do for decorations at some point. I like this, but the apartment will only be a short time stay, so eventually I have to redo my whole studio again, and we'll go find more cars to put out. It'll be fun. All right, that's that. That's good. That's good. Okay, good. Got all the emails caught up. All right, now let's go down here and see what I missed here. I like the flannel design from the one last year. Yes, the flannel was pretty good. 2019 Dega car was weird. Green, though, was bleh. I got to see which one. 2018 Talladega Night Lamps car. Okay, here we go. There we go. So 2018 Talladega Night Lamps car was awesome. That was with the gold on the back. Yes. 2018 had that one. 2019 Dega had the weird green. Yes, it did. I do remember that. 2019 had a weird green accent. 2019, though, had a really cool one. It was the Napa Filters car that ran at Vegas. It was, instead of the Napa blue and white, it was blue and yellow, and it looked really good. I really like the Napa Filters car from that year. There's a good chance a couple of those are going to end up on the eBay page here soon, too, because I can't collect all the Elliott cars anymore. He's getting too many paint schemes. So some of them are going to have a little trip down memory lane. Yeah, one of my favorite, though, of the cars like that, though, that were in at kind of random spots. I like the Napa white car. Now, he won the Clash in it, so I've got that coming. But I also really liked the 2023 Standard Scheme. I liked that car. I thought it was cool. All right, let's go down here. Oh, gotta close. I can't keep up. All right, here we go. Got... Tim and Denny Fan down here talking about Chance. Chance was Denny Fan's horse that passed, was it a month ago? I think it was about a month ago. But yeah, never easy to lose one of your core, I just call them animal companions, but they're very tight with you. There we go, back to the bottom. Okay. Vikings grab a new QB. Are we sticking with Darnold? J.J. McCarthy, I think, is the future. Now, Sam Darnold played well, but the way he imploded at the end of the season is no bueno. What the heck? Hey, are you guys seeing a... Is there a stamp in there? Let me turn that off. Let's see... I was going to say, I just realized you guys are seeing two of the Race Craze logos in the corner. I want to get that one out of there. I don't know how to do that. Where is that at? Is that in customization, maybe? I don't know where that's at. Coming back to the green here. I'll have to figure that out later. So sorry about that. That one's blocking some of the stuff that we kind of don't want to do that. Back to green we go. Austin Hill up top. Tanner Gray on the bottom. We've got Creed behind that and Swalwich behind Gray. And so they're going to be pushing. Looks like Austin Hill's going to get out in front. He is clear if he chooses to go down. So now it'll be not Custer. I'm going to say that for a while. Creed and Sanchez up top, followed by Gray and Swalwich on the bottom, with Hill controlling both lanes from the front. Oh, wow. Now we're going 3 wide. Now we're going 4 wide. Now we got some split decisions going as they head down the backstretch. Looks like Tanner's going to go back down in front. That's Jesse Love that was making some roundup. 5 to go in the stage. Here we go. Swalwich now stuck in the middle, falling back. Oh my gosh, I literally can't keep up. 23 standard was cursed, 100%. I just thought it looked good. So it was unfortunate. Yeah, the National Debt car is kind of an ugly little booger. Rodgers to the Vikings? No. I am a Viking Jet guy. I love my Vikings and I love my Jets. And Favre did it, and I remember thinking, oh, okay. And then when people were like, Rodgers is going to do it, it's like, no, not this time. We've got the right people in charge. We don't need a Rodgers circus to follow. We'll be fine. So I think that's where, if you're Minnesota, you roll with Darnold and J.J. McCarthy, and you just build up them trenches and get a bully of an offensive line put together. Gotta go. Talk to you later. We'll see you later, Tim. I hope you have a good afternoon, and hopefully we'll catch you here tomorrow for the 500. There we go. Okay, all caught up on chats. All right, now 3 to go as they get to the line. They are all single file around the top again. Why does everybody follow Austin Hill? I don't understand it. Every single time he gets to the lead, he just runs the top, and everyone collectively says, uh-oh, we cannot go around Austin Hill. We're not allowed to pass him, so they all run to the top. Why do they do that? Wait, Ryan Truex is in this race? Oh, that's right, he's in the 24. Yeah, he's in 24, that's right. I do remember that. All right, coming around to 2 to go this time by. Sheldon Creed is still in the second spot. Austin Hill just policing the lane up top, and everybody just followed line. I don't get this. This drives me up a wall, because it's like the guys in the back are literally forfeiting up their chance at stage points because of a fear of losing a couple extra spots. Like, what are you waiting for? Sanchez with a big push, 2 to go. Creed could jump. Creed just bows out. He just hits the brakes, and I don't get it, man. Are they going to just push Austin Hill to the win again this year? Why do they do this? 2 years ago, they did the same stupid thing. Like, guys are so afraid of passing. I don't get it. Yeah, Sheldon Creed is literally not willing to pass. He's getting great pushes, and he's choosing not to make any moves. I don't get it. I cannot understand. For a guy that finishes second all the time, to literally just be satisfied with second is bizarre. He's just going to push him all the way to the finish. I don't get it. Single file all the way around. Maybe you don't deserve to win. Maybe you just don't. That might be the case. Because I think Sanchez is going to dump and go low at some point. He's not going to just continue to give you shove after shove after shove so that you can just blow the run and hit the brake. So if I'm Nick Sanchez, I'm going low this time in the corner. I'm not even going to give him a chance to get pushed up there. I'm just going to dip low and go on my own because I don't get it. One more big shove. Let's see if Creed goes this time. This time Creed will... Nope, Creed gets back in line. Oh, my God. Well, screw... Dude, Sheldon Creed deserves nothing. I'm sorry. That's pathetic, dude. Jeb Burton figured it out. So at least Jeb knows that you have to pass before the start-finish line if you want to score points. Yep, Austin Hill. Creed literally pushed... They're not even teammates. What is up with... I don't get it, man. So Austin Hill wins the stage. Sheldon Creed stays in second. Literally does not try to pass him the entire final lap. The entire last 5 laps. He doesn't even try. What in the... You don't even have a contract with RCR anymore. You're not teammates. What are you pushing him for? I do not get it. I do not understand. Is he scared that Austin's going to come punch him if he passes him? Like, is there a blackmail thing going on? Like, what is going on? That's insane to me. I cannot believe Creed just decided to... Every time he got up and had a run on him, he just hit the brake. To the point where the other rest of the line just jumped out of line. I don't get that. What was the goal of that? Maybe he deserves to finish second 100 times because he doesn't want to win. He chose not to move. He chose not to go anywhere. Oh boy, that's wow. That's a really bad way to end this. I shouldn't say a bad way. Like, on one hand, it's frustrating because the one guy decided he was not going to make a move. It basically made it so the whole finishing of the stage, like if he goes low, does somebody pick up Austin Hill? Do they split him 3 wide? Like, then there's racing action. Instead, we just saw, a couple guys hop out of line after he had to jam the brakes to, not pass, because apparently we don't want to pass. And yeah, so then he did it that way. So yeah, weird. I don't get that one. So yeah, can't really say I for sure understand that one. But we are under the add inserted. Well, I'm gonna take just a second for that. I'll let that get back. All right, maybe we're good here. Creed still owns Hill in the Truck Series. Dude, I have no idea if Creed is. I don't know. I don't know where you put it. Hill's car is OP. I don't know if his car is actually that good. It's hard to say. He's really good at running these tracks. Hill is very good at it. But like I said, he makes the job really easy when all he has to do is run the top and the guy in second is afraid to pass. When the guy in second is literally scared and won't pass, I mean, I feel like your job just gets easier. Like, how hard is it to hold the lead? Well, if the guy behind you is committed to not passing you by literally jamming up the brakes and stacking up the field, yeah, it's probably not that hard to stay in the lead. So yeah, I don't know what Creed was doing there. He had like 5 or 6 runs to the point where eventually Sanchez just said enough's enough and went low. Which, I mean, that's the part that frustrates me is when you have the idea, I'm only going to pull out after turn 4. Well, you may not have a run after turn 4. You had a run on the backstretch. You chose not to use it. So if you're going to use a run, you better use the run. But if you're not going to use it, somebody's just going to go around you because you needed to use your run. So, yeah, I don't know why Hill... I just don't get it. Creed literally got run over by Hill and cost him a shot at the championship and he races him so respectfully. Like, he just helps him win. Why does he do that? Maybe they are friends. I thought they were rivals, though. It seemed like they were not the best of friends at all. I thought they were not like they didn't like each other, because yeah, he pushed him to the win last year. He pushes him, to wins and doesn't even try to pass him. And it's like, you're not his teammate. It wasn't his teammate last year either. Sanchez had good speed and good pushes. Like I said, they didn't use him. Creed decided not to go anywhere. It felt like Creed was his teammate. Honestly, that's the crazy part. It was like. Seemed like Creed must have just been, deciding, okay, I'll just wait. I'll wait and just not go anywhere. And guess what? He didn't go anywhere. He finished second again. What was that? Oh, they got a little bit of a bend on the front fender of that car. It's not bad though. All right, so at the end of stage 1, did Justin Allgaier stay out? He must have stayed out or something, but did they already pit? Oh, now they're pitting, that's why. That makes more sense. So they're going to do a whole pit cycle. That's why my scoring monitor was off, because I was like, that doesn't look right. Good job on Jeb Burton, though. He made the move that actually got him up into the top 3. He's willing to pass for the win. Sheldon Creed is not. So if I am a drafter, I'm taking notes. Do not push Sheldon Creed. He will not go anywhere. This race will end under caution. I actually think this is the one race that has a shot to end under green. I think tomorrow is guaranteed to end under caution. I think yesterday was guaranteed to end under caution. But this one, just because of the way the pushes happen, there is a shot for this one to actually finish clean. Is it a guarantee? Not even close. But of all 3, this is the most likely to stay green all the way to the end. Oh, wait, I forgot to do something. I wanted to do this. Don't I have yellow? I want to turn that one off, though. I just turned that light on. I don't want that one on. Can I go green? Oh, you got green. Hey, I got green. I want to see if I can get yellow. So I turned my desk lights yellow. Now I need to try and see if I can... Yellow. Haha. Alright, we're yellow. And I got yellow on my desk one as well. The desk one doesn't show up quite as good because the desk is like on gray, so it doesn't really show up. But I do have yellow on the two lights. That's kind of fun. I have all these fun lights to play with because why not? I still think Love wins this one. I do think there's a good chance for it. I think he's one of the better super speedway guys. Sheldon Creed's still a wimp. What else is new? Dude, I don't know. He shouldn't have even won his truck championship. That was Brett Moffitt's championship. Got stolen from him by Dawson Cram. That's where my irrational hatred of Dawson Cram came from, was the 2020 championship. Because, I mean, Brett Moffitt was cruising. He was going to be a 2-time truck champion, and instead he got booted from his ride and literally has not had a full-time ride since. That's the part that's crazy to me. Is like, he should have won a championship and never got a ride again. Like, that is insane to me. That after that it was like, nope, that's enough. We don't need to do that. It's like, what? Where's Dawson Cram? Getting banned on iRacing. He got banned off of iRacing for racing like an idiot. So I thought that was I laughed really hard about that. I thought that was really funny. I'm gonna stick my can in a koozie here. For those who don't want to get an idea, or I should say who want to know, there's my koozie of the day. Kyle Larson's 1100 mile special. I got that at the Brickyard in 2023 when they announced that he was going to do the double. So when they announced he was doing the double, that's when I got this koozie. All right, so we're under commercial at the moment. Looks like the running order will be this. Justin Allgaier first, Sam Mayer second, Josh Williams third, Harrison Burton fourth, Connor Zilic fifth. Then it'll be Hill, Love, Swalwich, Greg Von Alst, and Jeremy Clements rounding out the top 10. You know the funny part is, too, you guys can't really see it, but my microphone is literally being held up by a koozie. Just a koozie with a microphone in it. Because I didn't like the big old mic stand, so I just went with a desk mic instead. And it's just being held up by a koozie. It's a Yeti koozie, too, so it's a nice one. So tomorrow we will be live on this channel about an hour before Green Flag. So we'll go through most of the pre-race, or a good chunk of the pre-race. We'll have some picks. We'll have some cars out. We're just going to have a lot of fun. And then next week I will not be able to do any of the races. I'll be out of town, so no races. I might do some videos of me snowmobiling, or maybe not snowmobiling, but just something to do with the snow, because I'll be up in the north. And then I will be back on the third week of the season for COTA. So we will stream only Cup races the rest of the year. We will do Xfinity at Rockingham, and we will do Xfinity at Bristol probably. We'll do a few Xfinity races, but for the most part, we will do the entire Cup Series season that I can make, and we will do most of the Xfinity races I can make within reason. Like, I'm not going to set every Saturday aside, but I will set out a few. Bring out Josh Berry Mobile 1 car, the gold one. Ooh, that I can do. That's going to be out tomorrow, though, because I'm going to have all the cars that are going to be going live on eBay, and there's a lot of them, by the way. All the eBay cars are going to be here. Like, all these cars are getting put away, all these cars are getting put away, all those are getting put away, and this entire desk is going to be front to back filled with the eBay cars. There's going to be Clint Boyer Elites, there's going to be Dale Jr. Elites, there's going to be, obviously, the liquid color for Chase Elliott Texas, liquid color for Josh Berry Mobile 1, liquid color for Jimmy Johnson Carvana. Like, we're going to stack the desk here with a lot of cool cars, because all my Daytona cars are right here, so I don't have to worry about setting those up, because they're always here. Did I watch the ARCA race? Sadly, I watched the end of it. I watched part of it until Garrett Mitchell or Cletus McFarland got knocked out. I was watching his onboard because I was kind of stumbling around on YouTube, and then I was like, oh, here we go. Literally, I watched his onboard for about 30 seconds, and then he got wrecked. And I was like, well, shoot. So, that, man. And then after the checkered flag, one of the drivers doesn't realize it's a checkered flag and just drives through Helio Castroneves and destroys his car. It's like, what? And I get it, though. Oh, it's ARCA. I don't give a crap if it's ARCA. You hit the checkered flag. How do you not know that? That's worse than go-karts. That's terrible. So, yeah, ARCA just embarrasses the sport again. But, I don't know. It's hard to take a lot of this seriously, because Xfinity is probably the closest thing to what the old series would look like, but you need series regulars. The Truck Series has very few regulars. The Xfinity Series has a few regulars, but you kind of need an established series where a couple guys come in year after year to prove themselves. You don't want a whole field of new people, because they've never raced around each other. There's no veterans to race around. Like, I will say the Cup guys do a great job of establishing a etiquette of how to race people when they are in the race. People didn't just run into the back of Kyle Busch in the Truck Series because it was like, that's Kyle Busch. You don't just run into him. And so there's value to that. Crazy to think Chandler Smith isn't racing Xfinity. Yeah, he's down in trucks. But front row is probably the best team to go to. I mean, if you want a shot to go to Cup, it wasn't going to be a Colleague, unfortunately, because Colleague needed funding and he didn't have it. Cletus did go back up to the booth later, and I thought he's awesome. I'm glad. It sounds like he's going to go back for Talladega later, so glad he's going to get another shot at it. Kyle Busch wouldn't run into the back of people. Maybe in his early years he did, but Kyle Busch was good at setting a precedent in the Truck Series that it's like there's a way to race. And tell you, when guys, it was after he kind of left the Truck Series is when it really started to get goofy. I mean, 2020, he still would race his 5 races, but when he used to race on a semi-weekly basis, there wasn't a lot of crazy, stupid driving. Now we see way more of that than we used to. All right, so anyway, back to green flag we go. We've been under green for a little bit here. Nothing too crazy. Harrison Burton has gotten out in front. Allgaier second, Josh Williams third, Sam Mayer fourth, Sammy Smith in fifth. Trying to get back to the front of the field here. I got a crappy onboard, so I can't really see what's going on. I get that they have sponsors and junk, but at the same time, I would love to be able to see exactly what's going on. Josh Williams is getting past 3 wide on the bottom, so that tells me that he got pushed out of line or something, but he lost a whole slew of cars there. Sammy Smith now to the inside. Harrison Burton now to the middle. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 4. Sammy Smith is now side by side with Justin Allgaier. Harrison Burton left the bottom lane open, and that is where he came through, and Sammy Smith goes to the lead for that lap. So now it's Allgaier and Smith on the front row, Mayer, Hill behind that, and Harrison Burton behind them. Where's Quapple at? I don't see him. Oh, there he is, 18th. Okay. So that car's not done yet. We still got a chance for that car to get moving. Got a replay here. This is the pass. Sammy Smith just stayed on the bottom, and Harrison Burton didn't get down to cover it. So Harrison Burton got put 3 wide, but it's, he needed to do a better job of getting to the bottom. Sammy Smith's starting to make that DEI 8. I said DEI, wow. He's starting to make that Junior Motorsports 8 remind a lot of that DEI 8 when there was a certain driver behind the wheel. Did great at Talladega last year, snagging a win, and looks very good here again at Daytona. A lot of strong competitors, though, in the front. You got Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, Ryan Sieg. These are all pretty good cars up at the front. Very curious to see how Leland Honeyman does in the 70. That's one I'm very curious to see how they do through the end of the day. Still side by side up front, Allgaier and Sammy Smith. Austin Hill is going to put the 41 3 wide. Jesse Love behind him, so there goes Sam Mayer to the back. Oh, very good move. So Harrison Burton now jumps up in front of Austin Hill, and so that's actually moving him up to the top lane. And they're still 2x2 all the way across the front, but now it looks like, is that Jeb Burton? Yes, Jeb Burton goes to the lead. Sammy Smith now moves up top. Ryan Sieg is going to follow him through. The former DEI, we can call it that. So Jeb Burton now goes to the lead. Who else got shucked? Is that the 25? The 25 got shucked. Yeah, you're not going to stay in front of Austin Hill for very long. Ooh, Austin Hill, big shove into the back of the 7. What is he doing? Austin Hill continues to push in the very bad spot. He keeps pushing guys in the left rear corner, and they keep sliding up to not wreck, but he's pushing them right in the left rear corner. You can't push him there. You're going to spin someone. He's done it to about 3 different guys now. They get to the middle of the corner. He goes down, pushes them right in the left rear corner, and gets them shoved up the track. And they've caught the car, luckily, but that's going to lead to a spin out here at some point. Meanwhile, bottom of the track, Jeb Burton and Ryan Sieg are leading the bottom lane. Sammy Smith and Austin Hill on the outside. 43 down, 120 laps total, 13 of 30 so far in this stage. Big push from Austin Hill to the back of the 8. The 8's got to run. Is it going to be enough to clear? Does not appear so. So Jeb Burton will lead that lap again. Still too wide across the front. Jeb Burton trying to manage both lanes. He's going to swing high at the end of the straightaway, but down to the middle, or to the bottom in the corners. Yeah, Ryan Sieg needs a win. I'm tired of him finishing second. He's been too close too many times. And he's been competitive too many times. That's the other thing. All right, down the backstretch they go. Into 3. Jeb Burton still a leader up top. Sammy Smith behind him. Then the 2-wide battle starts between Austin Hill and Ryan Sieg. Got some good racing going on out here so far today. Austin Hill going to dip low. He's going to go to the low line. Jeb Burton now back to the bottom to block. Austin Hill going to swing it all the way to the top. And Jeb doesn't even try to block. Why? Seriously, why? Why does everyone do that? If Austin Hill's passing you, you make no attempt to block. Why? I do not get it. Yeah, they're just going to get in line and push now. Color me shocked. What is going on? Is there a contract going around the garage that if Austin Hill is in front of you, you do not pass him, and if he's behind you, you do not block him? He went to the high side, and Jeb Burton just sort of let him go. He didn't even try to hold his block. He just sat there on the bottom with no help. Lost a ton of spots. He's back to 7th. Why do people do this? I don't get it. I mean, Jeb Burton literally saw him go high, made a small wiggle, and then just went back to the bottom and sat there and waited for him to get past. Like, what? Why? Now he's back to 7th. Like, why would you give up the lead? I mean, it wasn't like it was a super aggressive block. He just decided not to move. So weird. I do not get why guys do that. That makes no sense to me. Meanwhile, I'm going to shout him out. Connor Zilic up to 4th on the bottom lane. Doing a great job in the 88. 21 just owns Daytona. At this point, he owns the series. Because these guys are, I mean, on some level, you got to go for it. But on the other level, it's like, look, you got a chance to gain a spot or you know, keep your spot by blocking. Like, why would you not do that? That's the part that's just bizarre. Is like you said, he went all the way to the top, and the 27 just decided not to move and just gave up all of his drafting help. The whole group went high around him. Like, I don't know why he did that. Because Austin made a really good move to the bottom. The 8 of Sammy Smith decided he was going to try and make a move. And then Austin decided to dip low in the tri-oval because it was real tight there. But the 8 basically got up, tried to make a move, couldn't get there. So Austin Hill has the bottom. But then, yeah, once Austin pulls out to the right side of the 27, he's not even alongside him. And the 27 just says, yeah, go ahead. Just waves him on by. Go ahead. I don't need to lead anymore. I mean, are they saving fuel or I don't know. Just bizarre. It's weird. So as the current moment, it's Austin Hill, Ryan Sieg, Nick Sanchez, Connor Zilic, and Ryan Truex in the top 5. That's all single file. I'm trying to see where our first side-by-side battle is. It appears to be back at about 8th. Keeping an eye on it right now. Still running single file up front. Outside lane's trying to make a move. Jeb is still back there a little ways. Still at about 9th. So still got about 9 cars to get past before they'll be up alongside for the lead. 11 to go. Actually now 10 to go in the stage. And then they'll end this at lap 60. So it'll be a 60-lap final stage. Truex or Sanchez wouldn't hesitate to make a move if they were riding second. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, I think even Zilich would make a move if he was riding second. I don't know if Sieg might too. I don't know if he's just waiting to the last possible second. I don't like that idea because at the end of the day, I want to be leading with about 1 to go. Because if I make one move and it goes wrong, I want to have time to recover. I don't want to have to get shuffled in the middle and then just lose your shot at stage points. I want to give a chance to recover. So 10 to go in the stage this time by. I think they're going to commercial. It might be. Yep, they're going to a side-by-side commercial. It's doable. 10 to go is a little close for my comfort, but it's manageable. So I'll allow it this time. Outside lane is starting to get a little bit of momentum rolling. They're up to about the 4th spot, so the outside lane's starting to get their momentum up to speed. Looks like Jesse Love is now the one leading the lane, though. Here comes Nick Sanchez to follow that lane. Jesse Love's going to dip low on Nick Sanchez. He's going to go to the bottom. He wants to get his way to the front. So we do have a battle for the lead shaping up as they head down the backstretch. Bottom lane just lost all of their people. Sieg really just going to hit the brakes. Yep, Sieg is too afraid to pass, so he's just going to keep log jamming the top. I don't know. Why does everybody in second do that? If you're Austin Hill and you're in second, you try to get the lead. If you're someone else in second with Austin Hill in front of you, you do not get the lead. You hit the brakes. You make sure that that guy does not get past. I don't get it. You have a huge run. You could just swing low and pass, but no. Because otherwise, well, I don't know why. Why would you not want the lead? They'll rather literally hit the brake than actually go out and try to win. Yeah, I don't get it. Cannot explain that one. So the outside lane got to the front, and then everyone just switched to the outside lane, and now they're freight training around the top for the next 9 laps. All right, so I guess we'll just ride choo-choo style for about the next 9 laps. That's unfortunate. Actually, it's about 6 to go now, so not for at least when they finally got single file, it's not going to be for very long. So I mean, at least that's kind of a positive. But it sure looks like it's going to be the same as last time, where a guy in second, not a teammate, going to not try to pass at all the 21, and they'll just eventually stack up to the point where someone finally decides to make a move, but it'll probably be too little, too late. Ah, the blueprint. This is not the worst, though. Remember, people forget this race right here, the number 1, when Michael Annett won that race, they literally stayed single file for 40 laps around the top of the track until the checkered flag. Not one person pulled out a line to try to win the race. Not a single one of them. And everyone had the same reaction, which was, yeah, Cup guys, don't do that. If you guys run just around the top and nobody tries to make a move, people are going to be pretty ticked off, because that's not good to watch. That's not good for fun. So, yeah, I remember that one very vividly, because I remember a lot of ticked off people when that race was over, because it was like they watched people run single file for 10 laps and not one person tried to win the race, which was just crazy. Do you have that Michael Annett car? I do. It's yeah, right next to the Byron, or between the Byron and the Reddick car. It's the one with this red like heart-looking thing on the hood. All right, come back, 5 to go this time by. Okay, we got a handful of them trying the bottom now. Looks like it's going to start with Sheldon Creed. Oh my gosh, Sheldon Creed he'll try to pass from 15th, but he won't do it from 2nd. What is that? Noah Gregson's Daytona win was memorable. Well, he made it memorable. I think it ended under caution. It was still a good race, though. It wasn't like a bad race when it happened. Oh my gosh, are we really all bailing back to the top side? Yeah, everybody just sort of bailed back up top. Do got a few guys on that bottom lane, though, starting to try to make it work. Well, somebody's got to go low. What are we waiting on? Looks like it's going to be Allgaier. Allgaier's going to dip and go for the bottom. Going to get Sanchez to follow with. Now we got some moves. 4 to go. Look at that. People tried to make some moves. Didn't wait till the last second of the last corner of the last lap. That's what we lead. That's how racing works. Good job, guys. Good for you. Jeb Burton going to go top to bottom. He's going to go to the bottom on Nick Sanchez. That's going to put him up to 3rd, but Sanchez is still alongside. Sheldon Creed was once leading the bottom lane, now finds himself 2nd on the top lane. And we got a race now, guys. Cut around 3 to go this time by. Question is, who's going to make the move? And when will they make it? Oh, that camera's blurry. I can't even see that. Timmy Hill ran 3rd in Gregson's win. Oh, okay, that's actually really cool then. Coming around to 2 to go this time by. Oh, finally the camera focused in. Looks like Jeb Burton's going to drop back to the bottom and try to get something to go. Still not a ton of movement up front, though. Ryan Sieg is very content to just run 2nd. I don't get it. You can win a stage at Daytona. Why do you not want to win a stage at Daytona? That is a very nice spot for your sponsor to be. You should try to win stages at Daytona. You should not be satisfied with 2nd place at Daytona. Do I need to... Oh, there's the hook! Sheldon Creed's going to spin the 48. Caution's going to come out. Austin Hill's going to win it again. Nobody got out of line. They tried a little bit, and they went right back to it. Oh, good grief, man. You can't even make it up, man. You just can't. Like, it's the same garbage every time where these guys just get so scared to move lanes, thinking that there's no... the race will end at the checkered flag. No, it doesn't. A lot of times it ends on the backstretch. And so if you're going to get on the backstretch, you should probably pass for the win earlier than that. And Ryan Sieg, every run he had, he hit the brakes and slowed up, and now he finished 2nd. I mean, if you'd gone to the bottom, you might have won. Now you'll never know. Oh, man. So 48's going to be done. That's going to be pretty bad damage, at least on the competitive side. Looks like it was just a push gone wrong from the 00. Had the 7 right in the back of him there. So let's see here. Just a little bit of a badly timed push there from the 48. Yeah, Jesse Love looked like he did fine. I don't see any issue there. He just got stuck on the bottom, and everybody ran away. Everybody got scared and bailed on the bottom lane. Just a tough spot to get caught on that one. But once again, this is why you pass before the white flag lap. I mean, this is why you don't wait until the end of the last lap, because you don't know when the stage will end. You have no idea. Hill actually hasn't had to make any major blocks thus far, honestly. I think he's done a pretty good job up front. That's the thing. He hasn't had to make any blocks because nobody's trying to pass him. That's the part that's so crazy. Austin Hill hasn't blocked anyone all day because nobody tries to pass him, which I find insane. So Austin Hill's going to get stage 2. Ryan Sieg 2nd, Sheldon Creed 3rd, Allgaier 4th, Dean Thompson 5th. Burton, Gray, Swalwich, Alfredo, and Harrison Burton round out your top 10. I don't know what else you can make of it. 60 to go. They are going to probably pit. They'll have one more pit stop for sure. But, I don't know. Maybe we're just doomed for a single file finish. I don't know why these guys are so scared to pass. I don't get it. If you have a run and it's... if you have a run and it's not the last lap on the last corner, these guys are just letting it go and they're not taking it. So I don't know. I don't get it. It's going to take a huge push to get the 21 out of the way. I mean, it shouldn't. You know, there's in the first stage, Creed had multiple opportunities. He had about 3 or 4 different runs, but he kept getting up to him and hitting the brake. And it's like, I mean, if you go low, you have a run on him. You can go make the move, but I don't know. I wish I could. I wish I could say I understand it. I don't. All right, well, they're doing that. I'm going to take a pit stop of my own. So we're going to go ahead and throw in an ad insert quick, and I'll be right back. All right, doesn't appear we've missed anything thus far. We are still under commercial. I think we're going to see a 4th Hill in a row. I think we might. I think Hill's going to win a 4th in a row because for some reason nobody wants to pass him tonight. We'll see, though. We got a lot of racing left, and maybe guys will finally get a little more brave and decide they want to win. They don't want to just sit there and run second. Maybe, though. That's no guarantee. All right, coming in for yellow or caution flag pit stops here. CW has too many commercials. Honestly, no. Like, I will agree. I think NASCAR as a whole has too many commercials, but Fox was way worse than this. So CW, in my opinion, has done a really good job. I don't think we've had a single full-screen green flag commercial break thus far. So I could be wrong, but I don't think we've had a single full-screen green flag commercial break, and that needs to be applauded because that's a big deal. There's a lot of times where we haven't gotten to see something because we're full-screen green flag commercial break, and I'm glad we're not getting caught with those. CW app isn't working, which would be fine for me if I didn't watch the in-car for Ekis and other drivers. I'm not sure what to do for the CW app. I'm using a live stream, so I'm not 100% sure. Race off pit road. Okay, Sheldon Creed's going to come out second. What do we got here? Do we got an issue on the Sheldon Creed car? Oop. Nope, he's all right. Just a little checkup as the 71 came in, but not bad. I'm happy we haven't had a full screen commercial, but every 5 laps there's a commercial. Yeah, like I said, I would agree. It's still too often. We still have too many commercial breaks. NFL averages like basically half the amount of commercials in the same window. So it's like, that's where I would like to see NASCAR just cut the commercials down. Like, hey, you're only, in the TV contract, you're only allowed to have X amount of these types of breaks. During a caution, have as many commercials as you want. I don't care. It's under caution. Like, run the ads. But once the caution is cleaned up and it's time to go racing again, get back to the action. Like, I don't want them holding the cars for 2-3 extra laps to run more commercials. No. Track is clean, get back going, and go race. But yeah, I think so far I'm okay. The CW has been just fine. I haven't seen anything that's blown me away. I love the starting grid. The ticker looks okay, but really the biggest thing is, like, I've seen, for the most part, very adequate broadcasting. It's not been bad at all. I've definitely seen worse, I guess, is what I mean there, so I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. Well, we haven't done it yet so far today, but I suppose now could be a perfect time for us to boot up the old GoPro close-up cam. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I probably got to turn it on. Worst broadcast I've ever seen, one of the worst ever, was Talladega last year. And I made a video about that. It was awful. I literally could not believe how hard it was to watch. I was trying to see what was happening, and it was inboard, onboard, onboard, onboard. And it's like, dude, it's a pack. All I see is one car's bumper. I need to see the whole pack. And they kept using onboards. It was one of the worst broadcasts ever. Camera work was shaky. Broadcasters were unenthused. Like, the Spring Dega race last year was very bad, broadcast-wise. That was a very, very bad race. See, the 23 Daytona 500, people said that was really bad. I was at the race, so I didn't see the broadcast for that. So that one I kind of don't have a good reference point for. But the Spring Dega race last year was very poopy. It was a very bad one. All right, I think it's good. Let's go back to the streaming software real quick and see if my GoPro is all up and running. There we go. So the GoPro is up. Let's go ahead and take a little zoom ride, shall we? Well, we can get right up next to this Ryan Blaney car. It's a little blurry. Not bad, though. Maybe it just needs some light. It's not terrible. But yeah, look, I can get nice and close. Next to, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. These are good ones. And then it's all stuck behind boxes. So, what else do I have here? I just put that one back today. That's the dual win. That's another dual win. That's a Baja Blast. Oh, Baja Blast liquid color. Well, don't mind if I do. Let's get that out. Let's get that one out. Let's go take a look at that thing. That's going to be cool. Here, let's get these on the floor. Still not green yet, so we're good. We're not missing anything yet, so don't worry. I'm not going to make you miss anything, but I am going to show you this liquid color one, because I can. Actually, this is autographed, too. I forgot. I got this signed at an appearance right before Kansas one year. There we go. Let's move those out of the way. There we go. This was one of my all-time grails. It got signed. It looks beautiful. The liquid color is just glorious. This is when you said a Bristol Mountain Dew car. This one did run at Bristol in the spring. But it was the standard, of course, and I got the liquid. So, yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite cars. I gotta find a good way to display it, though, because I got a very nice signature on it. Just don't have a good spot for it at the moment. So, yeah, that one's going to be our GoPro car of the day. We'll call it that. Back to the stream. Stream. I love that car. All right, gotta get that car put back. What do we got here? Elites. We do have a lot of elites. No energy in the booth. Commercials every 5 seconds. Dude, I remember a lot of complaining on Twitter. I don't have a good reference for it because I didn't watch. Because I was there. So, I will say that's the one benefit of buying a NASCAR ticket. You will get to see it better from the stands because you won't miss anything. What do we got here? Austin Hill get penalized? Oh, I think he drove through too many boxes. Let's see. I gotta look here. There's a story going on about it, unless it's just a safe light pit stop of the race or something. Was it a loose wheel? Nope, he's still up front, so whatever it was, it might just be a highlight of the pit stop of the race or something. 24 Dega, but worse. Okay, well, yeah, then, yeah, that was a bad one. Like I said, I made a whole video about how the amount of commercial time, the amount of side-by-side commercial time, the just crap camera work where it was like onboards or shaky bad cameras. Just overall, it felt like you just missed the whole race. They just never caught any of the crucial stuff on camera. Truck Xfinity broadcast. Trucks have been notably worse, but that's because they're stuck on Fox Sports with a lot of times remote broadcasting, which is just a terrible idea. So I don't know if I would 100% put that on there. All right, back to green we go. Side by side, Taylor Gray on the bottom, Austin Hill up top. Really good pushing right now from Ryan Truex. Very good job as they get to the backstretch. Still just putting a good bumper to the back of the 54. He's going to get out front and he's going to clear. Well, yeah, they tried to force Jamie Little into a role where she's not naturally good, and it was a big mistake. Because, yeah, she doesn't have the play-by-play, I would say the play-by-play genes, that natural kind of understanding of a flow for how to make those calls. And so, yeah, I don't think it's been overly impressive. At the line, still 2x2 most of the way back. Good shove on the top for Austin Hill, and that will allow him to clear. Michael Waltrip just kind of got relegated to a different spot. I don't really know why. I thought Michael was fine in the booth, to be honest. Is Creed really going to just do it again? Yep, looks like Creed's just going to run in line. Okay. Rutledge, I think he just got into a different area of NBC's stuff. He doesn't do NASCAR anymore. And if he does, I haven't seen him. So, yeesh. Yeah, I don't think Waltrip's like not at Fox. I think he's at Fox. They just don't put him in the booth for whatever reason. I really can't tell you why, because I would think you'd want him in the booth. Oh, here we go. Custer to the bottom. Here comes Ryan Sieg along with. Now we got something going. Okay, now we're back. We had a little bit of a glitch there. Is it back? Yep, we're good. Okay, got it back. Just want to wave at the camera, make sure we still got it. All good. Custer in the double. Yeah, I did. It's not Custer. I'm gonna have. That's gonna be trouble for me. Custer has always been the 00. I've never has there been another car in the 00. So that one's gonna be tough for me to get used to. Big push from Ryan Sieg to Sheldon Creed. Creed's gonna go out front. Someone finally did something. With 50 laps to go. Screw winning the stage. I want to lead random laps with 50 to go. It's far more important to lead now. So Creed's going to go up into the top lane, and then he almost just opens the door for Austin Hill to immediately go underneath. Yeah, the 21 is a quick car. He can hold the line without a lot of help. That's the part that's the most impressive. Is he just has good overall straight line speed. Two by two, all the way back. On the front row, we've got Creed and Sieg. Is this full screen? Nope, still side by side. So at least it's a green flag commercial, but it's side by side, so I can live with it. Not sure what that noise is. I think it might be a bird outside. Where's Jesse? Jesse Love's in 7th, so he's getting closer. Not quite there yet, but he's getting closer. My goodness, the 21 just drove around the 00. No drafting help or anything. Holy smokes. Are we just seeing like another DEI version where it's like, yeah, they might have a cheated up restrictor plate, but we don't care? There's nobody else that has a car that can do that. I mean, even the teammate can't do that. Come on, Sieg, make a move. Sieg's going to go ahead and park it back in line. So the double zero, like the 21, pretty much just pushed him away, ducked underneath him, out drag raced him to the end of the straightaway, and went right back in front. I mean, push, pull, clear, and sink right back in line without any help. And that's kind of wild. That is a lot of speed if you can do that without any help. Oh, man. Creed's giving Sieg a lot of pushes, but he's not taking them. Like, he's getting him right up to the back of the 21, but he's not willing to go. I think Austin Hill's going to win this race. Nobody seems to be able to keep him behind him. I mean, the opportunity will present itself, but they're not willing to take it. There's only a couple guys that seem to be willing to make a move to the bottom and try to go around. But, man, that car seems absolutely insanely fast. I mean, he just, like I said, he just drove around. He just pulled to the left, went around him. Didn't need any drafting help or anything. Oh, he's 100% faster than last year. Last year he was kind of the same pace as the field. Right now, I wouldn't be shocked if he just drove away from the pack at this point. Like, if it got to a point where they got a little spread out over a few pit stops, I wouldn't be shocked if he just ditched the pack and drove on his own. I mean, he is definitely a class above everybody else on speed. It is good to see Creed running that well, because I was a little worried if the Haas factory team was going to have the same speed as they did last year, but it looks like they're doing pretty good. All right, here goes Creed. He's going to launch to the bottom and give it a shot. He's not going to get anywhere. Does he have any help? Okay, a little help coming. 27 of Jeb Burton's coming up the inside now to give a little push, and we now have 2 wide behind the leader. I think the 00 got sick of the 39 hitting the brakes, so he just ducked low and said, I'll do it myself. I can't really blame him. That's the right call to make. If a guy's refusing to make a move and you're just going to keep shoving him, there's no point in shoving him. He's not going to go anywhere. So definitely don't blame him there. Big push on the high side. That's going to push Ryan Sieg all the way up alongside the leader. 21 is leaking. Apparently he's been leaking all day, though. Because they're showing the back of his camera was all goofy and gooped up. "44 laps to go, so still a ways to go here, and they are still rolling side by side. Is Austin Hill? He might be almost clear for the lead now. Another pretty nice push on the top. That's going to get Ryan Sieg good and clear. If he decides to drop low, come on, drop low. Take your lead. What are you doing? He's just going to... What? Why? So he's clear. He has an opportunity to clear for the lead and take it, and he just gives it back. What is going on? Are guys, like, afraid of being in front of Austin Hill or something? I mean, he's clear, and he just decides to give the lead back. Dude, I don't get it. That's weird. Why would you not just take the lead? You have it. Just pull down, take the lead. That's where all the drafting help is. It's your lead. Take it. Just take it. It's yours. Like, it's bizarre. It's like, you have the lead. Why don't you just take it? All right, keeping an eye on it. Still Hill and Creed up front. Sieg is now falling back. So Austin Hill's now clear for the lead again. So don't ask me what Ryan Sieg was. I don't know. Like I said, if you're Justin Allgaier, you're going to have to move around him because he's not willing to take the lead. He's just going to hold your line up, and eventually someone's going to come up in front. And you're going to end up third in line, then fourth in line, and fifth in line. Because if he's not willing to go forward, you're going to go backwards. Not Custer. I almost said it again. Creed seems to have a pretty good job of like at least attempting to go forward about any chance he gets a nice enough run. We don't seem to see a ton of Creed just like hammering the brake once he gets close. He made that mistake in the first stage. I think he learned from it. I hope he learned from it because we don't even see that again. So still 42 laps to go. Still a long way to go in this race. But they are 2x2 almost all the way back. I think I saw it 3 wide back there, but then we flipped to an onboard, so I couldn't quite tell. Yeah, that 24 is just hanging in there. There's the 26 of Dean Thompson up there too, but the 24 is running. Where's the 24 at? Oh, he's a few spots back. Okay, that's where he is. I was going to say, I thought he was third on the bottom, and he is. Or he's now about fourth or fifth on the bottom. Yeah, fifth on the bottom is where he's at. Jesse Love now going around on the top side. He's going to try and get up there now that Allgaier and Sieg have dropped to the low line. So now, who's going to be behind? Who's behind Jesse Love? Is that Dean Thompson? I think that's Dean Thompson. He's probably not going to get a lot of help from Dean Thompson going down the backstretch. He's going to need a little faster car to get in there and help. Oh, Creed's going to go high. Austin Hill is coming to pit road. Okay, Chevys are pitting this time by. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Did not see that one coming. So, yes, the Chevys have pitted that time by. Jesse Love stayed out. He didn't have any chance to get down. Let's see if these guys try to sort out before they get back around, or are they going to run a few more laps before they pit? Oh, long stop on the 21. Oh, wow. Austin Hill with a very long stop. They're trying to look at it and see what it is. That is going to be a killer. Well, crap. Now I almost want him to win the race. Because if he comes back from the back, that'd be really fun. Seeing him charge through the field. Oh, man. I hate that. I want him to lose, but not like this. Like, not like this. I want him to lose other ways. I want him to lose on merit. It does really open up who could win this race, though. 07 and 14 have a little issue trying to get in and out of their pit boxes. Still 38 laps to go. If this thing stays green, this thing could get a little spread out, and we may have a green flag finish here. What is going on with a 00? Or not 00, sorry, 07. He was in a weird spot there. All right, nope, nobody coming this time by, or not a ton of them. We'll see. It might be in the best interest of the Fords to keep running, because they're going to catch kind of a handful of cars one at a time in that drafting line, and they're going to be able to put some good lap times together. Austin Hill is still in the car, so they have lost a handful of laps now. And I don't know if it just didn't refire or what the deal is, but it does not appear that he's going to have a shot to defend that race win. Oh, man. I wanted him to lose, but not like that. Not like that. I think he's done. I mean, he'll lose another lap this time by, and that's going to be too many to overcome. If he only lost 1 lap or maybe even 3 laps, I could see him coming back from 3 laps down. He could drive through the field, get 1 back the normal way, then get a wave around, then do it again another way. I could see it happening. So Justin Allgaier with a slow stop. He's about to lose a lap. Oh, he stalled it. That's not even a big hiccup. But it was enough to keep him out of the draft, and here go the Fords on by. He's going to have to duck in line when he gets a shot here. There's a decent amount of smoke, so I don't know what it was, but very unfortunate. Very, very strong car tonight for that 21 bunch. Trying to see the 14. Oh, 14 missed his box by a wild wage. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was a mistake or if he just didn't realize what car he was in. But yeah, he pulls into the totally wrong box. Who's in the 14 this year? That might be why. I could be wrong, but it might be a thing of that's his old team. Because he literally didn't just miss the box. He went straight in and parked in the wrong box. Who's the 07? Patrick Emmerling and Garrett Smithley. Oh, gosh, it's Garrett Smithley that made that mistake? I think Garrett Smithley was in the 07 last year at one point. So I think it was just Garrett Smithley leaving his brain on the floor again, which unfortunately is a fairly common thing because, yeah, Garrett Smithley. All right, but as we run, the Fords have continued to run. I need to see some lap speeds here. So the Fords are running about a 47.9, and they're pitting this time by. So they're pitting this time by, according to my scoring thing, but they're running 47.9s. The Chevys, even after coming out, were running 47.8s, 48.6s. Tell you what, I would have run this all the way out. I think they could have had a shot to potentially catch some guys a lap down. They could have really put a gap on between them and everybody else. Oh no, who's ARCA braking back there? Nope, they got it. So Ryan Sieg is first to pit road. I hope he doesn't speed. Greg Van Alst is in this race. He's racing for Joey Gase. Oh, the 5 is around caution. I think we have a caution. What happened there? What happened? Yeah, caution is out. That basically is going to give everybody that's now on pit road the lead. Chris Wright. Chris Wright? Seriously? Can he be done? Can we just ban people from the sport when they've caused enough cautions? The 21 is back out, but how many laps down is he? So according to this, he's only 4 laps down. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, Chris Wright! He completely blew pit road! What in the world? What in the ARCA brake was that? Oh, can we please get people out of here? That dude, Chris Wright, and I'm not 100%. He's lifting out, he's downshifting, like he blew the braking zone and just annihilated the 91. Luckily, there's not a ton of damage on the 91, but that's bad. Like, he is not qualified for this series. That's terrible. Look at him, he just misses it. I mean, he had no shot to make pit road. Wow, dude. That is some amateur looking BS. I don't even think I've seen iRacing crap that bad. Where was he going? Yeah, he just annihilated the... dude, I don't understand how he missed that. I mean, he missed that by a mile. We are going to tweet on this. Certified. All right, I would love to hear the communications for Balicki there, because he got obliterated, and it was totally not his fault. Austin Hill going to the garage. Man, how many laps down is he actually right now? It says 6. Okay, 6 laps would have been a stretch if he could have gotten back from that, because, like, there's a few guys that are 1 and 2 laps down, so he wouldn't have gotten those, but he could have waved around and gotten one of them back. And he's 5 down. So there would have been like a shot. A very small shot, but a shot that he could have gotten back. Chris Ryder, Dawson Cram. Dude, Dawson's never done anything that egregious. I will say that. Okay, that's a replay. I was like, are they coming under caution and still he's going to wreck them? I got Chris righted. That's the perfect way to put it, Balicki. I'm not even shocked. There are just guys I would love to be able to be like, check mark, you are not allowed. What in the ARCA breaks? Exactly. Like there's perfect reasons why series should be able to say, that mistake, you're out of the series. You need to go down here and learn how to run like a normal person before you come up again. Yeah, I mean, it's up to Jesse Love now. There's no RCR guys left because the other affiliate team is the 48, and he's crashed out too. So it's kind of a all or nothing now. Can they revoke the license? I hope they do. Oh, yeah. No, 100%. That's the problem is you need to have better qualifications to get people on these racetracks. You know, the whole Amber Balclean or whatever her name is in ARCA is another example of that, where it's like you are just well outside of your realm of talent. You are not in the right space. You know, we don't just pull you out of high school and throw you in the NFL. You are out of your element. You're not ready for it. And the series, for its own integrity, needs to do a better job of gatekeeping so the right people are in the series. And Chris Wright should not be in anything higher than ARCA because he has consistently had just dumb moments. Because it would also mean that if you are an established person in that series, you have more value because we can't just accept a paycheck to put a dummy in our car. We have to actually have enough. There's only so many qualified guys, so sponsors are more likely to look for a guy who has earned the qualification rather than, hey, it's my buddy's kid, so we're going to pay a boatload of money for him to go crash cars. Race Grace for NASCAR president, I will humbly. No, I wouldn't even be humble about it. I'd accept it, and I would be so obnoxious about it. I would, like, day one, hammer on the ground, like, 900 horsepower, no! Playoffs, gone, now! This, no! Like, I would be making changes left and right. I mean, they'd be good changes. I bet people would love it, but I would be very unpopular with the car owners. Because I'd be like, practices are back. We're gonna run Friday practice, Saturday practice. Like, we're gonna be at the racetrack. We're gonna mingle with fans. We're gonna have fan zone time. Like, we're gonna really go out and promote our sport. And they're gonna be like, too much money. I mean, NASCAR needs to do a better job of, putting money behind their sport. But the owners and team guys need to realize too that, people show up to watch race cars, and when race cars don't touch the track till Saturday, nobody's going to show up on Friday. I was at Iowa. I kid you not, the grandstand was half full for practice on Friday. There was no race. I think there might have been an ARCA race. But guys wanted to see the Cup cars. So Cup cars on racetracks is what will get butts in seats. So have practice, have an hour of fan mingle time or some, autograph session or something. Just, do something. Do something for the fans so that there's a reason for fans to come out on Friday and buy an extra day's worth of tickets and plug into that. I mean, I think that'd be a great option, Give people a reason for Friday to be one of their favorite days to be at the racetrack. Because, there was no race, but I got to meet this driver, and I got a picture here, and I got to stand next to the car here, and, make it a little more of a relaxed atmosphere where fans and drivers can kind of coexist, and people can have, bring back that memory stuff. I mean, you look at the sprint cars, you can get Kyle Larson's autograph guaranteed at a sprint car race. He will sit and he will stay and sign for every fan and take a picture with every fan after the race. And yet, we don't do anything anywhere close to that for Cup. And I get why we don't do it after the race for Cup. I get that. But that's what Friday is great for. You show up Friday, hey, it's just practice and fans. That's all you focus on Friday. Practice, fans. That's it. Make speed weeks a week again? Oh, that'll be down the road, but it'll be on the list. That and the Cup cars getting scrapped. This next gen thing right here, we're gonna just scrap the whole car, and then we're gonna replace it with these beautiful cars. We're just gonna run Xfinity as Cup cars, because literally, if you ask me, how do you fix the racing in the Cup Series? It's like, well, I have a cheat sheet. These cars race tremendously. We're gonna use that car. It's clearly cheaper because the teams are running on a smaller budget, and they're still racing every week. So that's what we're gonna use. And then, let me tell you this, and here's my fever dream. We're going to run the Xfinity car with a little more horsepower and a little bit of a different spoiler splitter setup. So small tweaks, but same chassis, for the most part. And the best part about that is, when the Daytona 500 comes around, I don't know if we're going to have an Xfinity race, because if you're running essentially the same cars, why not just let the Xfinity teams prep and buy engines and run the Cup race? Can you imagine showing up to Daytona, nobody locked in, and we have 60 entries because every Xfinity guy or most of the Xfinity teams have an opportunity to make big-time money by qualifying for the Daytona 500? Can you imagine going into the duels and, it would be more than a few spots, but imagine, you get into the duels and, 20 guys are locked in. So 10 of the guys are locked in the duel, and it's a 30-person duel. So then you lock another 15 in on spots. So you have 30 cars racing for 15 spots. Dude, that would be so freaking fun. Yes, the Xfinity car is literally a small, it's a Gen 5 car. It is a improved Gen 5 car. They've tweaked it, made small tweaks over the years, but a Gen 5 car is the Xfinity car with alterations made over the last decade. And by the way, it's great. It's a great car. No. Here's a problem with that, Junebug. The COT, and I was so mad at fans. Everyone had the same thing. The COT sucks. The COT sucks. No, it looked ugly. The COT was an ugly race car. But you know what it did do? Provide incredible racing. The racing was incredible in that era. The only problem was it was an ugly car. Then they did something like this. Still a little ugly. Look at that. Bulky nose, bulky tail, kind of still a slightly ugly car. But you know what it does do? It, races incredibly. And you know how fun that would be? To take Xfinity and be like, yeah, you're not going to race for the Daytona 500 week. You're not going to race Coke 600 week. You're not going to race Brickyard 400 week or Southern 500 week. And so the Xfinity teams have a whole week off to either just not go to the race or try to qualify for the biggest races in NASCAR, and suddenly we have 50, 60 car fields showing up for the 43 spots. That would be so fun. Oh, dude, I would be glued to my TV for qualifying just to see who makes the show. You want to see how to turn NASCAR around and make it something crazy? I got your answers. Yeah, I will agree. Chicagoland was never a track issue. That was a car issue all the way. Xfinity races at Chicago were fine. Kentucky, I don't know what the Kentucky revisionist history is because I don't get it. I could not care less if Kentucky comes back. I know for Kentucky fans, for your home track to come back, I get it. But everybody else, it's like that track was always mid. It was very, very mid. But yeah, I always loved the COT. That was I was so upset in 2012 when I found out they were changing cars because I wasn't like in the know. I was a high schooler. But when I found out like, oh yeah, there's a new generation car, I'm like, wait, why? They just got a good car. This car like finally started racing good and running good and like was really fun to watch. Why did they change it? It was like we just got it figured out. Kentucky wasn't even good with 900 horsepower. Exactly. Because they also had that really flat turn one. Kind of like Texas. Texas is not going to be good until they fix the racetrack. And, I mean, I'm not blaming the racetrack, but I'm just saying, like, the flat corner with the banked on the other side is just, it's a goofy layout, and it's not going to work. So, Kentucky's in that boat. I think Chicago was always a better racetrack than Kentucky. It just, unfortunately, had badly timed races. But realistically, I mean, 2019 was good, 2018 was good, and then we've never gone back. 2017 was okay, but again, that 2017 mile-and-a-half era sucked. Everybody remembers that. 2014, there was some good racing there. Like, I thought Chicago always did okay, especially as it wore out. Tell you what, next gens at Chicago would probably do okay. Yeah, so Kentucky was wide, and then they changed 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Like, Kentucky just got configured wrong. If they hadn't made that reconfiguration, it would have been fine. All right, we have an interview with Chris Wright here. I'm going to mouth the words because I don't have anything on there. So, Crash on Lap 87. Hey, Chris Wright, what happened there on that? Oh, yeah, I looked at my speedometer and realized I was speeding, and then I decided to hit my brake, and I realized it was way too late, and I just wrecked. But it was totally the racetrack's fault. I didn't see pit road fast enough, and it needs to be better that. No, I'm just kidding. I think he's taking ownership, but yeah, not great. Not great. Man, I think Xfinity cars with a little more horsepower, and by the way, a little more downforce. You need a little more downforce if you're gonna have more horsepower, because you got to have a little bit of that. Spotter miscommunicate, dude. I don't care if the spotter miscommunicates or not. You were going way too fast. You either pit or you don't. Oh, dude. Okay, blame the spotter. Throw him under the bus. But yeah, so like Xfinity cars, you would have to add a little bit taller spoiler, a little bit bigger splitter, and then add the extra 100 or 200 horsepower. That would get you where you want to be. So that would be about the right spot. And I think it would run well. So 2018, so here's the thing, Junebug. And this is where I'm not owning you, but I'm kind of owning you. 2018 high horsepower was 750. 2016 was also... Was it 2016? Yeah, it was 2016 and 2015. So NASCAR had cut the horsepower down after 2014 to like 850, and then they cut it again. So the high horsepower was really all the way back in 2014. Everything post 2014 was either down at like 850 or even all the way down to 750. So when NASCAR started cutting more and more of the power out of the car, that's when the mile-and-a-halfs got really bad. Like mile-and-a-halfs were very bad. 2015, 16, 17, even 18. Those 4 years were really not good under the 750 because 750 was not quite enough. Those cars needed probably somewhere close to 850 horsepower and a little bit more downforce. They were just a little too little downforce with too little power. It was a bad mixture. And I got mad about NASCAR because they didn't try anything. Okay, go up 50 points on horsepower. Go up to 800 and try giving us a little bit taller spoiler. See what that does. Okay, that didn't work. Try cutting this, just play with it a little bit. Try a couple different packages and see what happens. And they just were like stubborn and stayed there the whole time. All right, back to green we go. It's going to be Jesse Love on the bottom, Cole Custer up top with Harrison Burton and Sam Mayer in tow. Off into turn one they go, 2x2. Still 25 to go, so they're pushing a little hard, but, 25 to go. There's a little bit of time there. I challenge you all to find me a clip from a mile-and-a-half race in 2014 that isn't on a restart. Even the 550 is good on restarts. No, for sure, 550 was good on restarts. I think the biggest thing with the 2014 package is, well, I don't have one here, but I do have one over there, and the spoiler was like a monster. They had monster spoilers in 2014. So I think they could have just had slightly shorter spoilers and they would have been okay. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree. It wasn't like great. It wasn't top of the line, but you know, there was a great battle for, I think it was at Atlanta with Kane and Harvick that was decent. Larson battled Gordon towards the end of that race, which technically was like 10 laps after a restart, but they still battled. You know, so yeah, the restarts were definitely like the most entertaining. But that being said, I didn't mind it. I thought like it was okay, but I think they would have had a better shot. Like I said, I don't know if 950 was. I think 950 might have been too much. So I think like 800 to 850, but with mid-range spoilers, I think would have had a way better shot of really putting good racing together. Stuff that allowed the guys to battle. Yeah, got to shout out 7th place. Well, actually 10th place at the current point, but the 71 of Ryan Ellis. Actually, he's on the top lane, so he's getting even closer to the front. No, he's on the bottom, sorry. So as if the bottom lane gets moving closer to the front, they'll get there. So Jesse Love leads, Creed 2nd, Mayer 3rd, Gray 4th, Burton 5th, and he's the first one on the bottom as they run. And the top lane is starting to get choo-choo-y, starting to get a choo-choo train going. 23 to go. I don't know that I would really want to start a choo-choo train. I think I would want to continue to try and move forward. I don't want to get people too comfortable. So if Burton's got some damage on him. I don't know. He's probably not the right guy to have at the front of the line. But yeah, I wouldn't be afraid if I was Sheldon Creed to go ahead and just shuck the 2. I think the 2 is the strongest car right now. If I get a good push and I got my teammate behind me, I'm going to go for the lead. And maybe if we're lucky, all the Toyotas follow suit. And, you know, the idea is if you leave a guy out to dry, he goes far enough back, he's not a problem to the end of the race. So that's a strategy you pull ahead of time, though. You kind of know ahead, like, oh, well, if I kind of shuck this guy out of line and nobody goes with him, he goes to the back, he's not a factor now. He's just one less guy I have to fight for the finish. And outside of Jesse Love, I think Sheldon Creed has had one of the best cars tonight. So I wouldn't be afraid of pulling that strategy. Because if I'm if I'm Sheldon Creed and I end up in the back, I'm pretty confident I'm going to get back. I'm not going to get stuck back there. I'll get back to the lead. But the last thing I want to do is get everybody in a single file line, because then it's going to be a lot harder to get back to the front. If you keep at least a second lane going, you got options. All right, so Jesse Love's still leading. Harrison Burton, good shove. He's going to be up to about the 3rd place on the inside, so he's getting closer to the front, but does not have a lot of help as they go down the front stretch. So we'll see if they keep moving that front line forward. Ryan Sieg has been very strong tonight. It's been a very impressive night for the 39. I would like to see, hopefully, if they can get that 25 out of the way. Not for anything against Harrison Burton. He's just got damage. I think they could, if he's pushing a better aerodynamic car up at front, they got a better shot to get to the lead. But there's not a ton of damage on the 25. It's mostly down the right-hand side, but it is still there. They're still moving, though. Here comes Harrison Burton on the bottom. He's now going to get side-by-side for the lead. So the Fords have pushed back on the bottom. Ryan Ellis in the 71, 3rd in line on the bottom. He's found his way to the front. I don't even know what team that is. I have to look that up now. 71 of Ryan Ellis. What team is that? It is a Chevy, whoever it is. Well done, Ryan Ellis, though. All right, so 20 to go. Love out front, side by side, all the way back from there. JRM cars are lining up. Where are they at, though? Ooh, a little bit of a sketchy push in the middle. Everyone got moving again. I see Zilich on the bottom, but I don't see where the other JRM cars are. Harrison Burton going to go back to the lead with a push from Ryan Sieg. Oh, side by side. I don't like it. Couldn't have waited. There's a good chance you'll catch a yellow, and it's kind of worth the gamble if you don't, because at least people are getting the most entertaining racing of the night. Jesse Love going to go back around on the outside, back to the lead. Trying to see, someone said JRM's lining up. I need to see that, though. Where are they at? What lane are they in? Are they all at the back? Oh, they are. They're kind of ways back there. So, yeah, they're going to have to poke a 3rd lane in there if they want to move forward. Or they're going to have to shuffle, because there's a few too many cars between them and the front to just push. Oh, they're going to leave. Zilich is going to go to the middle, leave Ryan Ellis hanging. Oh, wait, is that all JRM in the middle? Oh, that might be what it is. I think all of JRM just got to the middle. So the bottom lane gets kind of abandoned, but JRM, 1, 2, 3, 4 down the middle. Oh, there is only 4 of them. I keep forgetting that the 9 car's not there this year. Is there any other cars? 1, 8, the 7. No, just 4. So now the 25 and the 39 are falling back as we speak. But the Junior Motorsports gang runs the middle lane with Connor Zilich at the front. Who is that? Is that Sam Mayer? Looks like Sam Mayer's going to jump down. He jumps back. Zilich going to get another push from the 8 of Sammy Smith. Middle lane making up some ground here as they go down the backstretch. Come on. All right, get back to the racing. This is good stuff. Ooh, here we go. We got to move for the lead. Not Cole Custer, sorry. Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed makes the move for the lead, and the JRM cars are all 1, 2, 3, 4 across the bottom as they run down the front stretch. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Junior Motorsports has gotten together on the bottom. Problem is, they just don't seem to have the straight line speed at the moment. We'll see when they get down to turn 1 here. Jesse Love going to swing back to the bottom. He's going to go around Sheldon Creed. But Sheldon Creed's going to side draft back. He's going to clear himself, cost himself some momentum, and here comes the bottom lane with Connor Zilich. Ooh, that was a late block, but Jesse Love made it. He did get the block done in time. Dude, Connor Zilich winning would be really fun. I like that WeatherTech car. I want a lot of diecasts. Diecasts are fun. I like diecasts. Oh no. Who is this? Why are they on the track? Oh my gosh, get them out of the way. Pull them to the apron and get out of the way. All the way down, buddy. All the way down. We do not need you anywhere near the field. Alright, looks like they'll get by just fine. I don't know why he's so many laps down. Just like breathe the gas and let everybody get by. What are you racing for? The last 1/10 of a second? You ain't racing anybody. Love is in trouble? Yeah, I think he might be in trouble just from those double stacked teammates behind him. On the bottom, we have JRM. On the top, we have Haas Factory Team. I think it's what they call themselves. So yeah, we got 2x2 behind him, and Jesse Love is the only Childress car left in the race. Can he hold them all at bay? What to do? I gotta try to see how many laps we got left. There we go. 15, 16. 16 to go. 16 to go. Love out front, 2x2 behind. Need more water. All right, Love's going to go back to the top side. Trying to see where the momentum's going to build from. Nobody getting anything too crazy of a push so far. Harrison Burton kind of looked low. Really wasn't anything there. 42 squeezes middle. Nothing too bad. They are still 2x2 behind Jesse Love, so nobody has been able to get a big enough push to get around. I do wonder if the damaged Connor Zilich car is going to be a problem for them trying to get by, because they just can't get big enough pushes behind that damaged nose aerodynamically. We'll see, though. I mean, they're going to have to make that decision here. They've got some laps, though. They could shuck him to the bottom lane here in about 5 laps if they have to, and just say, hey, we can't push you to the front. You're going to have to duck back in. So Love still defending both lanes. The crazy part is, though, Sammy Smith has not been able to get to the back of Connor Zilich, so I don't know for sure if it's just a Zilich issue. Because thus far, they haven't been able to really get up behind him to push, unless there's some damage on the 8 that I don't see. But I haven't seen, I mean, it's not like the 88 is getting shoved and shoved and shoved and can't go anywhere. He just hasn't been able to get latched on to actually give him a big push. So at the moment, we've got a 2-car breakaway up front with Creed and Love. Now there goes Zilich to the inside. He'll get side by side. Here comes Zilich to the inside again. They're side by side. Now we are side by side for the lead. Oh yeah, dead even heat on the backstretch. Come on, Zilich, move up. You got to side draft him. You got to side draft him. What are you doing? Don't let him get back to you. Back into corner 3 and 4. And the JRM crew on the bottom is making their way up. We are side by side. Jesse Love and Connor Zilic side by side for the lead. These two were just messing with each other on Twitter yesterday. Connor Zilic called Jesse Love a super speedway merchant. That was just kind of a funny joke. But then I also saw Jesse Love said he had to cut steak so that he wouldn't choke on it. So I think they're good friends or something. But regardless, we got a great race going for the lead right now between those two. Ooh, who's that? Quapple out of line? Oh, Quapple taking a big push from the 27. That's going to shuck Justin Allgaier out of line. Just a monster push from the 27. Kind of leaves Justin Allgaier as the odd man out. I don't think he wanted to go to the inside, but he had so much speed he couldn't just jump in line. Allgaier now going to try and inherit the top lane. Just not enough room, though. Meanwhile, Jesse Love gets back out front and clear. 11 laps to go at the line. Oh, Zilic is going to win. He called him Ginger Boy. That's what it was. Man, Connor Zilic is... he might be one of my favorites. I love watching him race. I think Quapple has a taped back bumper. He might, but man, I tell you, the big reason he shucked Allgaier to the middle was not he didn't want to stay in line. He had such a run. He didn't have any... He would have wrecked Allgaier if he tried to push him. All right, down the backstretch into 3 and 4. So Love is still out front clear. Creed is now clear. Side by side behind them. That is for third. Coming back around to 10 laps to go. Little disorganized now. That JRM line at the bottom does not seem to be able to get hooked together. Mayer has still been able to get pretty good pushes to the back of Creed. Oh, we got another lap car up ahead. Ooh, we got anyone dipping low? Nope, everybody back in line. Here comes Creed to the bottom. He's going to dip. He's going to go back to the top. Jesse Love throws 2 blocks. That's going to be 2 blocks too many. Sam Mayer's going to leave his teammate out to dry. Oh my goodness, why? Okay, now he jumps in line with his teammate, but that might be too little too late. Jesse Love has regained his momentum. The 2 Haas cars basically betray each other, and that's probably going to cost them a shot at the lead. Bro, what? Creed went for the lead, and Mayer went and pushed Jesse Love back in front. Why? Why are teams so bad at working together? It's not even hard. Like, you just have to get 2 to 3 cars to work with you like that, and he'll lose enough momentum you'll be able to clear. But he went and pushed him back to the lead. Huh. I don't know. Oh, boy. I think Creed's going to... I don't think Creed's going to try and push him to the win, but I don't know that if... I mean, there's a good chance he goes for the lead and Mayer pushes him to the win. Because for some reason, teammates in this series don't like each other. For whatever reason. Oh, we got some small pushing going on back there. All right, they got it straightened out. Good job, boys. Justin Allgaier is starting to feed his way up the middle. They are 3 wide now with 8 to go. Man, this racing's about to get... Oh, we got a hook! Who's around? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. We got a pretty tame one, actually. Not bad. Sammy Smith is in it. Somebody just shedded a wheel? Or is that just a tire carcass? Something's going to go bounce off the inside wall. The 19 is destroyed. So caution is out. Allgaier was squishing in the middle, and somebody tried to throw a late block, and it just wasn't there. What the heck? Yeah, no. The 42 shed the entire tire. The rim is still on the car. The tire is gone. The entire tire just is gone. So Alfredo, unfortunately, just lost that. The 19 is destroyed. The whole back end is caved in there. But really, for where that took place, I am surprised. We would have had a lot more people in that, just based on what it was looking like, where that caution happened. So let's see what happens. Allgaier's pushing the 42. This is in the tri-oval, though, so this is well before the corner. The 42 has a wiggle. 7 dumps low. All good there. Nothing crazy thus far. 7 goes up the middle again. 7 goes up the middle again. 19 spotter, yeah, he told him to come down way too late. 19 was not, that was a bad time to tell him to come down. That was not the right spot to do that. So 19 spotter is going to be who's on that one. Or the 19, I don't know for sure. because I can't tell you the communication, but that spotter was telling him to get down, and I think he should have at that point given up because it was too late. Because you can see the 19 run the top and then immediately be like, oh shoot, come back down and turn himself across the nose of Allgaier. And so I'm going to put that on the 19 or 19 spotter between the two of them. That's where most of that takes place, and unfortunately takes out a couple of good cars, but the good news was it didn't take out too many. I mean, the 8 got taken out, the 19 got taken out, the 42 has some damage, but really we didn't lose too many cars. That wasn't bad. Taylor Gray is the only one that may have a shot. I don't know who's going to really have a shot. I think Sheldon Creed is going to give it his all. I don't think he's going to satisfy for second this time around. That being said, if you're Sam Mayer, or if you're the Haas team, I'm going down to the 41 pit box and saying, you follow me. If we're lined up like that and I go for the lead, you need to follow me through that. Because, one, we don't need to push the guy back to the lead. But two, what we definitely don't want to do is push him partway back to the lead and lose all our momentum. Like, if you're going to follow, you follow right away. Give him a whole nother car to fall back as far as lost momentum. And then both of you probably clear. But by going in and pushing, then maybe kind of going over, like, you almost both lose your spots. So just a little bit better and it'll be fine. All right. So we're under caution with, what do we got, 10 to go? No, 6 to go. 6 to go, we're under caution, so it'll probably be, maybe not a green-white checker, but it's probably going to be like a 3 to 4 lap shootout at best. So probably not a ton of laps left, regardless of which way we go. All right, what a good race, though. This has been okay. I mean, we've had a couple dull moments. Definitely need a couple more experienced guys that have more confidence to race at the super speedways, because a lot of these guys just don't seem to have the confidence. Keep an eye on some of these guys, though. Ryan Sieg, Jordan Anderson up there. Leland Honeyman's back in 18th, so got a little ways to go. Obviously, Eckes is up to 8th. We've got Jeb Burton in 6th. And then, of course, the whole top 5 can win it. So, a lot of guys still in this race. I don't know what's going on with that 99 of Matt DiBenedetto. That one has been surprising, just the lack of speed they've had. I mean, he's been half a second off the entire pace of the field tonight. It just does not seem to be a good car right now. All right, back to commercial they go. I'm going to throw a quick commercial in here real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we return. We are ready to roll here. Oh, I hope we don't see a clown show. I don't want a clown show. This has been a good race so far. The good news is a lot of the clown show type drivers are out of the race. So there is a chance we actually get a decent finish out of this. I don't know how big a chance, but there's a chance. All right, still waiting to go. Did they read it? Or are we still under yellow? Trying to see if we got a red or a yellow. No, we're still yellow. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad a cleanup. We didn't have anything too crazy. All right, so still under caution, waiting to get going again. Should be probably 3 or 2 to go. I hope we don't go all the way to a green-white checker if we can help it. A lot of guys have a shot to win this race yet. Coming to the choose. All right. Let's see. That's 4 to go. So 3 to go is when they'll hit it. 2 Haas cars to the bottom. Gray up top. Zilich up top. Burton low. Toyota high. Chevy high. Toyota low. Chevy high. Ford low. Chevy. Ford. Well, dude, they're leaving a lot of low lane guys down there. There's a lot of ground to be picked up if you take the bottom. All right, so we're going to have Love and Creed, Gray and Mayer on the front 2 rows. We'll see if Mayer can give the push for Creed to get his first career Xfinity Series win. People don't remember this, but they were teammates once. Mayer and Creed were teammates back at GMS in 2020 in the Truck Series, I believe. It was only 1 season, but Mayer won in the 24 truck at Bristol in the 1 race he ran for him, and Creed obviously won the title that year. So they were teammates once before. If you come down pit road, you're supposed to hit the brake. Jeff Gluck. Says who? Oh, boy. All right, well, we're going to go green with 3 laps to go. So it'll be green, green, white. No, green with 3 to go. Green, 2 to go, white. Yeah, green, green, white checkered. So it's a GGWC. Dawson Graham happened in that 2020 race? Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Sure did. Still mad about it. Still mad about it. All right, off turn 4. We are going green this time by. Pace car coming to pit road. It's Jesse Love on top. It's Sheldon Creed on bottom. It's Tanner Gray up top. Sam Mayer on bottom. Who is going to get the push to win the race, and will somebody make a move from further back? Green flag in the air. They are side by side at the line. All right, so far, good push up top. Looks like Jesse Love's going to have the help at least right out of the gate, but it looks like Mayer is starting to get attached to the back of the Sheldon Creed machine, but Taylor Gray and Jesse Love clear them, and both of them get down in front of the field. So Love and Gray side by, or nose to tail out front. Now Creed is clear, but he's going to tuck in line. Now he's not. He's going to jump to the high side. He's got to run up the high side. Here comes him and Zilich. Taylor Gray stuck on the bottom. Not a lot of help thus far. So Creed now side nose to tail with Jesse Love again. Problem is his pusher is gone. It's either going to be Taylor Gray or Connor Zilich to push him ahead. Creed navigating the lanes. 2 laps to go this time by. Here comes a small push to the back of the 00, but he can't go anywhere with it. They're going to hang on the high side. 2 to go. Who is that? Oh, who is that? Somebody in a Gibbs car just went high and completely messed up the high lane. Oh, we got a spin. Justin Allgaier turns Zilich in front of the field. Around he goes. Caution is out. Now we have a green-white checker, and they're wadded up. A little bit of a late block from Sheldon Creed. Really didn't have anywhere else for Zilich to go, and then, I mean, Allgaier just shoved right through the back of him. Clown show we go. Oh, man. I don't like this type of racing. I think the Xfinity car is better than the other cars, but The issue is still the same. You don't want cars hitting each other at 200 miles an hour, 190, 180, whatever. You don't want them hitting each other. Navigating the air, getting close, but you don't want the push. The push is a bad thing. Most of our crashes now come from hard pushing. I don't know how we're going to be able to ever get away from that. I don't know if you got to misalign the bumpers, if you got to set it up so that when you get close enough, it takes all the air and makes it easier for the front car, so the pushing doesn't get as effective. But at this point, I've seen enough of the pushing, because it's not even the guy in front's fault. He just gets run through the back of almost every time. Like, that's not on Zilich. It's only somewhat on Allgaier. He's just trying to go forward. That's the only way to go forward, is to push. And I mean, I don't know. I'd like for them to come to some type of solution that doesn't require you to just shove the car in front of you as hard as you can. Because, yeah, once Creed comes down, it just stacks everybody up, and then contact and around they all go. So it's unfortunate, but this is the reality of this type of racing, and I don't know how you can get away from it. So we'll go back and have a green-white checker. So we have overtime. Shocker. Like I said, there's no shot this thing finishes under green. Not now. There's just too much pushing. Now that they're going to be stacked up for sure, the pushes are going to be just too much. So, Greg Van Alst got in there too. Well, it'd be nice if we could get a green flag finish one of these days, but alas, we cannot. You said a wreck on the last lap was somewhat common before. It has become far more common once they started introducing the slam drafting type of racing. That is for sure. We see far more of that. We see far more slam drafting cautions on the last lap because it's just the pushes are too big to hold on to. So I'm not going to blame... I'm going to blame this in general. It's just too much pushing and shoving. It's just not good. Everybody's got good things to say so far about the CW commentary, so I'm very excited about that so far. I just fell at work and now have to do urgent care tomorrow morning. Why? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? You don't do that. Well, I hope everything's all good tomorrow. Hope you don't have to stay too long, and I definitely don't want you to miss any of the 500. Got an appointment at 10:30? Okay, you should be alright as long as you don't get stuck there too long. Oh, Tim, that's... Oh, ow. Oh. Oh, man. That is called insult to injury right there, man. Whoo! Oh, shoot. You just say you hurt your leg at work. You don't ever want to go into detail. That only makes it worse on you. All right, so back to commercial we go. Let's see here. There we go. All right, so we're still waiting. We're going to come back from commercial here. Let's see what we got. It'll be Love, Gray, Mayer, Creed in the top 4. Then Burton, Quapple, Allgaier, Sieg, Anderson, and Williams. So the back half of the top 10, with the right shoves, could find their way to the front, but it's going to definitely take some bravery to get up there. Creed or Mayer for the win? The old Haas automation team. Problem is they may end up splitting which side they go with. It will definitely be green-white checkered this time around, though. No question about that. $45, $47. Yeah, let's see. I think Trump's going to be there tomorrow, so security is probably going to be a pain for everybody. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if they said he's going to do anything for it. If he's going to be, I don't know if he's going to be part of the pre-race or anything like that, like he was last time. But regardless, you got to have the Secret Service details, so one of those big deals. I mean, it's kind of neat. I mean, the president was at the Super Bowl, so president going to the Daytona 500, I don't mind it. I really wish it would one of these days be a Democrat president that will show up. I'm an independent, so I really don't give a rip which side. I don't play the politics game, but at the same time, I think it's one of those things like ease it up and remember it's like it's a sitting president of the United States, whether it was Barack Obama or Trump or Biden. I mean, it's just if you ever get a chance to meet a sitting president, do it. That's cool. Going to stick with Jesse Love on this? All right, well, I think they're going to choose this time by. I hope they will, at least. Are they choosing? Can't tell. Yeah, hopefully the winner passes post-race tech. That'd be awful. If every time you see a checkered flag, the winner gets changed after the fact. We definitely don't want that. Marine One flew over... Marine One or Air Force One? I thought Marine One was a boat. Maybe I'm mistaken. Flew over the house flanked by Apache attack choppers. Okay, yeah, still not lined up yet, so we'll at least have another lap before they make the choose and decide which lanes they're going to go with. Oh, Marine One's the helicopter, okay. So Jesse Love won at Talladega last year. They're showing that on the screen now. Sheldon Creed has never won. Taylor Gray has never won. Jeb Burton has 2 wins, both at Talladega. Sam Mayer has a few different wins. Quapple, no wins. Allgaier, bunch of wins. Sieg, no wins. Anderson, no wins. Josh Williams, no wins. So only 3 guys in our top 10 have wins in the Xfinity Series. Those are Love, Mayer, and Burton. Oh, sorry. Love, Mayer, Burton, and Allgaier. 4 of them. So 4 of the top 10 have wins. So there's a shot at a first-time winner. Now it's time for the poll. Do you guys think we will have a first-time winner? All right, coming to the choose this time. Bye. Which lane do you go with? Jesse Love is going to choose high. Gray goes high. The Haas automation cars will take the bottom. Burton high. Quapple low. Allgaier high. Sieg high. Wow, they left a lot of guys up high. Josh Williams going to get all the way up to the inside of row 4. Well done. Josh Williams was running 10th. He's going to get inside row 4. That's essentially the 7th starting spot. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing. We will have to see. If we can just get a clean finish, I will live with it. We'll see. Custer's been I say Custer again, man. Creed has been a good pusher tonight, so Sam Mayer's probably in the best spot he's been all night because Creed has been pushing real hard. Mayer hasn't pushed quite as hard, but Creed has. So I think Creed has a shot to push him out in front. Question is, what do you do after that? Because third on the inside, I believe, is Quapple, and fourth on the inside is Williams. Oh, now I see. I was like, why did Jordan Anderson not go low? It's like he's got, I think, Jeb Burton pretty close to in front of him. All right, as I get to the end of the backstretch. Wait, where's the 32? Oh, he's on top. He's right behind Ryan Sieg. Okay. Because, yeah, Harrison Burton got to inherit some spots on the bottom. Yeah, I would have taken the furthest lane to the front. You never know who's going to get a bad shove on the restart and get all hell to break loose. So, I don't want to give up a lane if I can help it. Off of turn 4. Here we go. Pace car is in. It's Love and Mayer, and then Creed and Gray in the second row. Green flag in the air. Top lane with a pretty good launch. Are they clear? I don't think they are yet. Now he's clear. Not quite. He tried to clear himself. He's not clear. Oh, he barely got down. He was not clear, but he shoved his way in there anyway. So Mayer right behind the two. This is the time. If you're going to make a run, you got to make it on the backstretch. Tanner Gray on the high side. Not a lot of help, though. Decent push on the bottom for Sam Mayer, but nowhere to go with it. Ryan Sieg going to go to the high side of Justin Allgaier. That's going to poke it 3 wide around the top. Not a lot of help anywhere in the back, though. Everybody's still pretty much minding P's and Q's. Creed is now pushing Gray on the high lane. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, big crash at the start-finish line. That's it. Caution's out. Game's over. Jesse Love's going to win at Daytona. That is why you don't wait. I know Mayer wanted to wait till the last corner of the last lap. You should have taken the run. You cannot wait. This is why. Every time, I'm telling you, some of these guys are going to have to learn that you cannot wait until the final corner of the final lap. The race will not stay green long enough. You have to go right away. You want to be in the lead at all times. You control the race then. Any caution, you still win. Because I think Sam Mayer is going to end up second. Yep, at the moment it shows Sam Mayer second. You have that run, you need to take it. The Childress cars, once again, though, show they are the class of the field. By themselves, they can just roll away, and they are well. I mean, there's a certain point that I have no idea how they do it because they are insanely fast. I mean, they are just another league above everybody else. So Jesse Love is going to be the winner tonight, and then it's going to be Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed. I don't really know what we've got going on. Yeah, there's the yellow and checkered flag. And it's going to show... I don't know what it's trying to show. It's going to show Sam Mayer second and Sheldon Creed third. Quapple fourth. Jordan Anderson brings it home with the top 5. Good way to start the season for him. Let's see. Where's the 99? Did he make it through all that mess? Oh, you're telling me the 99 got into all that? Wait. Where's DiBenedetto? Oh, Matt DiBenedetto, 11th. He did make it through all that. Good for him. So good for Matt DiBenedetto. The car was obviously junk tonight, but a way to just get the car to the finish line and, gather up and move into next week. Because next week's going to be even tougher. Oh, wow. Allgaier is destroyed. The entire car's mangled on that one. Caution was the right call. Yeah, for sure. They have to call that caution there. I don't think you have anything. It was early enough in the lap. There's no real question about it there. Everybody seems to be getting out. There's cars all over the racetrack. I mean, what are you going to do? Come back around at full speed into the triover where everybody just wrecked? Let's see what happens here. So, Allgaier with another really crappy push, man. That's twice that he just pushed a guy into a right hook. I mean... I get that's how these super speedways go. Like I said, I just would like to see them get rid of the push drafting. Right move on Custer's part to jump to the high side. That's for sure. A lot of cars tore up in that one. Shout out to Benedetto, though. He made it through it all. That's crazy. Look at that mess. What a big mess. Austin Hill revenge next week? Oh, yeah. I will. I'm going to look and see what the betting odds are, but I am definitely putting a little extra ka-ching on the table for that one. Austin Hill didn't win tonight. He's definitely going to win it tomorrow. So Childress has now won 4 times in a row at Daytona in the spring race. So that is a very impressive feat that he just continues to bring these absolute rocket ships of race cars. And next week, I imagine, is not going to be any different. We're probably going to see something very similar, but we'll see by the time that comes around. So overall, good race. Jesse Love, probably second best car all night. But of course, Austin Hill was probably the best. So not a bad race, though. Definitely would like to see it. You know, I'd love to see them not be shoving each other for drafting if they could, but I get it. I get why they have, you know, I just want to see a drafting package where you don't have to shove the guy in front if possible. So yeah, we'll RCR sweeps the weekend and we'll get Kyle Busch. That'd be pretty cool, but we did not get a first-time winner, so 77% of us were wrong. Sorry, nothing we can do about it. Anyway, guys, that'll pretty much wrap up the stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to get all prepped up for the Daytona 500 tomorrow. Come on back, see us again. We'll have an entire stream tomorrow with the Daytona 500, and I'll go through all the eBay page stuff and fun cars to be heading out the road. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the Daytona 500.